to serve all of your auto needs, Kentucky. Come on in to your local Don Franklin dealership or steer your way over to DonFranklinAuto.com. Driven by family.
Hi, this is Jenny at the Danville Nutrition Center. At the Nutrition Center, we strive to help our customers achieve optimal health. From our high-quality collagen proteins to our immune system support vitamins, we are here to help you and your family stay healthy all throughout the year. We provide locally raised, free-range meats, eggs, and fresh milk and organic produce boxes delivered weekly. Your locally owned Danville Nutrition Center is here to serve you. Visit us at 802 South 4th Street in Danville. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right then, Jackie boy, it's brought to you by our friends hanging out over at O'Charlie's, where Sunday brunch is coming back on Sunday, starting at 10 o'clock in the morning. Enjoy a special menu, including French toast, biscuits and gravy, steak and scrambled eggs, bacon, egg, and cheese, quesadillas, and $5 mimosas. O'Charlie's in the Danville Manor Shopping Center. Sunshine, a high today 78, low tonight 61, rain shower, thunderstorm chances tomorrow. High of 74, low of 62, quite a bit of rain possible tomorrow, up to an inch of rain. On Saturday, showers, possibly a thunderstorm, and a high of 75. And then a good day Sunday, mostly sunny, a high of 80, looking good Monday, and Election Day Tuesday as well. Right now, it's Thursday. It's the 16th day of May. It is 6:11 in the morning, and it's Joe Show time. Let's rock and roll.
Say, look at JoJo.
Good morning to you, Danville and Boyle County. It's time for the Joe Show on 103.9 FM WHIR. Alrighty, folks, Thursday, the 16th day of May on the show today, and we are celebrating a couple of bizarre holidays today. The first one is National Sea Monkey Day. Not from the sea, not monkeys. What are they? So-called sea monkeys are actually hybrid brine shrimps, small crustaceans that live in salt lakes. People in the U.S. have been keeping sea monkeys as pets since the 1960s. Ever wondered how the sea monkey got its name? These underwater creatures have long tails and demonstrate playful monkey-like behavior. Today is National Sea Monkey Day. It is also Wear Purple for Peace Day. This is not an official holiday, but should it be? After all, the madness of the world sure seems to need a lot more love in it. But this day's a little different. You might think that this day originated in protest of a particular war or conflict. The day is more of a stellar celebration. It seems more people fear the aliens from outer space, consider Earthlings to be too hostile. And so the goal of Wear Purple Day is to wear purple in case, get this, we're invaded by aliens. And the aliens come and you're wearing purple and they know that you're peaceful. That's the point of Wear Purple for Peace Day. It's also National, maybe more importantly, National Sea Monkey Day on this Thursday, May the 16th edition of The Joe Show. Phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. That's 238-WHIR. Starting you off this morning with the national anthem. It comes your way from Bob Allen Motor Mall and the Hometown Radio Network.
The Bob Allen Motor Mall and Hometown Radio Network proudly honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Bob Allen Motor Mall, Hometown Radio Network, teaming up every morning to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Our phone number is 238-WHIR, 238-9447 to get your birthdays and your anniversaries on the radio, 238-WHIR. It is birthday party time here on WHIR. Let's do it.
Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Birthdays look like this. Lindsay Foster, Blake Milby, Kent Dudley, Marty Hausberger, Natalie, and Rusty Fryman having an anniversary, 5 years of marriage today.
Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday.
238-WHIR. It's a Thursday, the 16th day of May, 051624 on your calendar. Typical Thursday morning show with a couple of special guests that we have added in this morning. First guest is on here at 7:20. That'll be Danville softball coach Whitney Kruever, who joins the show. Lady Admirals will be playing in the 45th District softball tournament next week, and we'll talk with Coach Kruever about that. That'll be at 7:20 this morning. County Agents Corner at 7:40. That's Tyler Miller, Lincoln County Extension Office. We'll see what Tyler has on his mind this morning with the County Agents Corner at 7:40. Mimi Becker, every Thursday morning, 7:50. We have Mimi from the Danville Boyle County Arts Commission who joins the show. We'll see what Mimi has this weekend planned for activities for our local area. That'll be at 7:50 this morning. In the 8 o'clock in the morning hour, at 8:10, we're going to talk with a local author who is doing a book event in, I believe, at the Penn Lane event. And so we'll have her on this morning at 8:10. 8:20, we have Randy Graham with Gardening with James. We got Randy with Gardening with James, and we got James with Randyisms. No, I got that backward. Randy's on here at 8:20, James on here at 8:40. In the 9 o'clock hour, it is a busy morning this morning. 9:10, we have the Boyle County Republican Party coming on, paid and brought to you by the Boyle County Republican Party. And they'll be on here at 9:10. Of course, the primary election comes up May the 21st. And it's not a huge ballot on either side, but the Republican side does have the Commonwealth's attorney that you get to vote on. And so we'll talk with the Boyle County Republicans. They'll be on here at 9:10 this morning, and at 9:35, Morning Point Senior Living Center and the Alzheimer's Care Unit, the Lantern there. We'll have Tabitha on here this morning at 9:35. That's how the show runs down. 238-WHIR is your phone number to call in. There's not a whole lot of time to mess around this morning. We got a lot to do, a lot to talk about. I love it. Good stuff. Hope you stay with us throughout this morning. A lot of good guests coming on here. Starting off with sports, though. Taking a look at what happened yesterday in the NBA. Coming your way. The Mavericks push the Thunder to the brink of elimination. The Celtics eliminate the Cavaliers, and Caitlin Clark's WNBA regular season debut gets historic TV viewership. Those are the headlines on this Thursday morning. I'm Joe Mathis, guiding you through these Thursday morning sports. Starting off in the NBA with a nightmare never ended. The Thunder and Mavericks spent most of Oklahoma City's 104-92 Game 5 loss to Dallas on opposite sides of the efficiency spectrum. Dallas watched its role players elevate, its stars deliver, its lineups make OKC pay for its defensive preference. The Thunder chucked 3 after 3 to no avail. The result, a 3-2 deficit in the Western Conference semifinals, heading into Saturday night's Game 6 in Dallas, with now the season on the line for the Thunder. The Thunder finished the game shooting 7 of 27 for deep. On Wednesday, it was 7 for 26 from deep, less than 6 minutes in the third quarter. It shot a series-high 43-point attempts in Game 5, most of which the Thunder played into, with Dallas's rim protection spearheaded by frightening levels of lyric by rookie Derek Lively II. OKC was continuously pushed from its spots, shown heartbreak at the rim, bumped out of driving lanes and into dystopia. It watched possession swing into Lou Dort's hands, with Dallas giving him looks where Dort went just 2 for 8 from deep. They'll play now a game where Dallas can clinch at home in Game 6. In the other NBA series last night, Al Horford had 22 points and 15 rebounds as the Boston Celtics advanced to the Eastern Conference Finals by handing the shorthanded Cleveland Cavaliers a 113-98 Game 5 loss on Wednesday night. Top-seeded Boston won the best-of-7 series 4-1. The Celtics advanced to the Eastern Conference Finals for the third consecutive season, and for the sixth time in the past 8 years. Jason Tatum added 25 points, 10 boards, and 9 assists for Boston. The Celtics led by just 3 points early in the fourth quarter, but extended the lead to 14 on a Tatum three-pointer with 6:45 to play. The Cavaliers didn't threaten after that. A skeleton crew took the court for Cleveland, which played without star guard Donovan Mitchell, Jared Allen, and guard Karis LeVert. In the WNBA yesterday, I guess 2 days ago, if Game 1 of the Caitlin Clark era in the WNBA is any indication, fans will be watching and in record numbers. Tuesday night's Indiana Fever Connecticut Sun game, Clark's regular season debut, drew an average of 2.13 million viewers, ESPN announced, making it the most watched WNBA game in almost 23 years. The game, a 92-71 Sun victory, was broadcast on ESPN2 and also available on ESPN Deportes and also for streaming on ESPN+. Clark's debut, the most watched WNBA broadcast since the 2001 Memorial Day game between the Sparks and Comets, which averaged 2.45 million viewers for NBC. Those are the headlines on this Thursday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Good service is just as important as quality. And at B&L Jewelers, you get both. Competitive prices and exceptional service for every customer. Find the perfect bridal and engagement rings. Or better yet, B&L Jewelers will help you custom design your rings so that you can create something unique to express your love. We carry fine jewelry and watches, including Citizens and Bulova. Or we can special order whatever you need. We also buy gold and silver. And we offer 6-month layaway with no fees. We do all our jewelry repairs in-house. So stop in today for a free jewelry cleaning and diamond inspection on the corner of Houstonville Road and Highway 150 in the Danville Manor Shopping Center. Online at bnljewelers.com. Find us on Facebook.
Love gets better with B&L Jewelers.
Looking for something more from your personal checking account? Then one of our new Community Trust Advantage checking accounts might be right for you. Our Advantage checking accounts offer great features such as ID Protect, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, travel and leisure discounts, and shopping rewards, which makes it easier for you to save money on everyday purchases. Learn more at ctbi.com. Get more out of your checking. Open an account today. Our friendly, professional staff at one of our mini branches will be happy to assist you.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know.
Generations of serving our community, immunizations, prescriptions, and so much more.
Helpful people,
free local delivery, mobile app refills right to your door.
Visit SuttonRx.com. Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know.
In Lancaster on Maple Avenue.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Thank you there, Jackie Boy. It's brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Danville Auto Body Shop for top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Dilla. Hey, call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299 for Danville Auto Body Shop. All right, you get sunshine, a high today 78, a low tonight 61, tomorrow 74 is your high, a low tomorrow night 62, and you get a good chance of rain showers on Friday. Saturday, same thing, a high of 75. Sunday clears out of here. It gives us sunshine for the early portions of next week. 6:24 in the morning right now, 60 degrees in Danville. Phone number to call in, 238-9447. That's 238-WHIR. Let's see what celebrities are having birthdays on this Thursday, May the 16th. Cue up the birthday list, please. And let's see what we have. Starting off on this date in the celebrity world, 71 years ago, where Irish actor Pierce Brosnan was born. He was in the movies Remington Steele, No Escape, The Ghost Rider, The Thomas Crown Affair, Mamma Mia, and played James Bond, including in the movie Die Another Day.
So, a girl who hates to be tied down, huh?
Are you going to get me off this thing?
What are you, CIA?
NSA. Hello? We're on the same side.
Doesn't mean we're out to the same thing.
Pierce Brosnan, 71 years old. Actress and model Megan Fox turns 38 today. She was in the movies Jennifer's Body, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, and Transformers, as well as Expendables.
I've got your skills and then some, and neither of you like it because you're both cavemen.
She's talking to you. Actually, she's looking in your direction.
I'm talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
But about you. You might be my boss, but I can tell that you're also from this planet called Hopeless.
Megan Fox, 38 years old today. The late Liberace would have had a birthday today. He's remembered mostly for his extravagant costumes and trademark candelabra that sat on his flamboyant pianos during the 50s, 60s, and 70s. He was entertainment's highest paid performer during that time period. Liberace would have had a birthday today. TV personality Tucker Carlson turns 55 years old today. Tennis star Gabriella Sabatini is 54, won her first tournament at 8 years old. One of the leading players in the women's circuit in the late 1980s and early 90s. She won one women's Grand Slam singles title at the U.S. Open in 1990. The women's Grand Slam doubles title in 1988 at Wimbledon. Won a couple of other things as well, including a silver medal at the 1988 Olympic Games in Seoul, South Korea. And the late William Seward would have had a birthday today. The former U.S. Secretary of State and also member of Lincoln's infamous team of rivals who purchased Alaska from Russia in 1867. He was also the 12th governor of New York, and he survived an attack on his life the same night as Lincoln's assassination. The late William Seward would have had a birthday today as well. Birthdays, anniversaries all day long here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports.
On this day in country music.
All right then, Mr. Voice. It was on this day, country music history in the year 1985. Alabama was at number 1 on the country album charts with their album 40 Hour Week, their 9th studio album, which included 3 songs that topped the Billboard Hot Country Singles charts. It was on this day, 1987. Dolly Parton, Linda Ronstadt, and Emmylou Harris had a number 1. That was recorded by themselves, was written by Phil Spector, called To Know Him Is to Love Him. And it was on this date, 1999, Tim McGraw at number 1 on the country charts with his version of Please Remember Me. That's what's gone on this date, May 16th, country music history. Starting off all the way back in 1985, where Alabama was at number 1 on the country album charts with their album 40 Hour Week for a Living.
There are people in this country who work hard every day. Not for fame or fortune do they strive.
So this was the album that gave Alabama the record of most consecutive number 1 singles. 3 tracks they released as singles from this album. All 3 went to number 1. There's No Way, the title track, this one right here. And it became Alabama's 16th and 17th consecutive number 1 singles. I think I said 3, it was 2. The feat allowed Alabama to tie Sonny James's 14-year record for most number 1 songs in as many consecutive single releases. Then in August of that year, okay, here it is, 40 Hour Week for a Living, then went number 1, which broke Sonny James's record. So 17 straight number 1s, and it was this album that allowed them to break that record by Sonny James.
This is for the one who swings the hammer, driving home the nail, for the one behind the counter, ringing up the sale, for the one who finds
It's this day, 1987, where Dolly Parton, Linda Ronstadt, Emmylou Harris all teamed up for a number 1. Mentioned Phil Spector wrote it. To Know Him Is to Love Him. The track was taken from the album Trio, which won the Grammy Award for Best Country Performance by a Duo or Group. On this date, 1987, this one was at number 1. And it was on this day, country music history in the year 1999, where Tim McGraw was at number 1 on the country charts with this one.
All our tears have reached the sea. Part of you will live in me.
Please Remember Me, a song co-written by Rodney Crowell and Will Jennings, originally recorded by Crowell on his 1995 album, Jewel of the South. His version, also released as a single in 95, didn't do as well, though, as this one by Tim McGraw. And that's what's going on this date, May 16th in country music history. It's 6:30 in the morning. Here's news.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
A federal investigation into Kentucky's juvenile detention program.
The U.S. Department of Justice has announced an investigation into Kentucky juvenile detention centers, along with one state-run youth development center, about allegations of excessive force and isolation. They're also going to review that the facilities do enough to protect kids from violence and sex abuse. It all comes in the aftermath of an audit in multiple counties that found isolating kids being held happen a lot, about 200 times a month, and often as punishment rather than for safety. A statement from Justice and Public Safety Cabinet Secretary Keith Jackson says he's looking forward to talking with federal investigators. I'm Jack Crumley.
Former President Donald Trump used his day off from his hush money trial to host a pair of fundraising events in Ohio and Kentucky. It started with a lunch in Cincinnati's suburb of Indian Hill, where Trump was joined by Senator J.D. Vance, a rumored vice presidential candidate. Attendees of this event had to contribute $50,000 each. Arriving just before 5 o'clock, Trump was in Lexington to attend a fundraising dinner hosted by Kelly and Joe Kraft at an undisclosed location. Attendees had to shell out between $25,000 and $845,000 for a seat at the table. Kelly Kraft was a former UN ambassador in the Trump administration. No excuse, early and absentee voting for this Tuesday's primary election gets underway today. Folks will be able to cast their ballots at Board of Elections offices across the Commonwealth. With each location open 8 hours a day, hours will vary for each office. The presidential race has already been decided, but there are some congressional primaries still up for grabs, like Democrat Hank Linderman taking on William Compton, looking to run against incumbent GOP Congressman Brett Guthrie in District 2. And incumbent Democrat Congressman Morgan McGarvey is being challenged by Jared Randall and Jeff Young in District 3. Northern Kentucky's Thomas Massey is also running for re-election. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News.
Every turn is a total rush in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
There's no better time to experience the new 2024 Kia Telluride, just $399 down and $399 a month. Or the 2024 Seltos, just $249 down and $249 a month. And save even more on our scratch and dent storm damaged cars.
Experience the rush with confidence in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
2024 Kia Telluride, $399 per month, $2457 due assigning. 2024 Kia Seltos, $249 per month, $1384 due assigning, 36 months lease, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, doc, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer price may not include dealer and adoption. See dealer for details. Offer expires May 31st, 2024.
My name is Lisa Bottom. In our nation, it is no secret that crime has risen. Locally, we have some of the safest communities thanks in large part to the work of our current Assistant Commonwealth's Attorney, Justin Johnson. Born and raised here in Boyle County, Justin has the dedication to make sure criminals are put behind bars and victims receive the justice they deserve. As a father of 2 girls, Justin wants to make Boyle and Mercer counties the safest that they can be. Join me in voting for Justin Johnson as our next Commonwealth's Attorney.
Paid for by Justin Johnson for Commonwealth's Attorney.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The man charged with attempted murder after he's accused of firing multiple shots into another vehicle in Harrodsburg has already bonded out of jail. 33-year-old Darren Good was charged with attempted murder and DUI from this incident. It happened Friday when police were called by a random passerby that saw what happened and called 911. When police got there, they found Good holding the victim at gunpoint with that victim's vehicle riddled with 7 bullet holes. Good was arrested. However, WKYT reports that he's already made a $100,000 cash bond and is out of jail. He entered a not guilty plea, and law enforcement is looking for a motive, but haven't really found one yet. Good will be back in court on May 23rd for a preliminary hearing. You can begin in-person, no-excuse voting today in Kentucky. It starts today and goes through Saturday, where registered voters can vote in their party's primary early. In Mercer County, it's at the Mercer County Courthouse from 8 until 4:30. In Boyle County, at the showroom from 8 until 4. In Garrett County, at the clerk's office from 8 until 4. And in Lincoln County, at the clerk's office from 8 until 4. Again, those times are for early, in-person, no-excuse voting, which will be done Thursday through Saturday. If you want to vote the old-fashioned way on Election Day itself, that'll be done Tuesday, May 21st, at polling locations across your specific county. Mercer County Senior High School graduation is set for Saturday, and if you're going, Mercer County Schools has released information on this. Doors open for the graduation at 5:30 that night, with the ceremony itself at 7 o'clock. The first 2 rows in the bleachers will be reserved for handicap seating, along with chairs at the rear of the gym. Seniors are asked to enter the campus using the entrance near the digital sign and park at the rear of the school, and seniors are also asked to report to their classroom by 6 o'clock that night. 2 people in Lincoln County have been found dead, and now it's under investigation. The Lincoln County coroner tells WKYT that 2 adults were found dead yesterday at a home on Water Cemetery Road in Kings Mountain. The investigation started after a neighbor said he noticed the cars hadn't been moved in several days. When he opened the door, he said he noticed an odor and found a woman dead in the living room. The neighbor then found a man dead in the bathroom in that house. The sheriff's office is investigating. I'm Joe Mathis.
This is an urgent announcement for anyone that's $10,000 or more in debt. Before you make another minimum payment, you need to know there are special programs that can completely free you of your debt. Total Financial Freedom can help you become debt-free in months instead of years. Resolve your credit card debt, signature loans, department store cards, internet loans, and timeshares. Call Total Financial Freedom now at 800-832-2366 for a free consultation. For 17 years, Total Financial Freedom has helped thousands get out of debt. You can feel confident when calling because Total Financial Freedom is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. Battling for years and years, stuck in the endless cycle of minimum payments could take decades. You have the right to get your debt resolved and substantially reduce your monthly payments. Call Total Financial Freedom now at 800-832-2366. That's 800-832-2366. 800-832-2366. Not available in all states.
Now is your last chance to get Suntan City's best deal. Unlimited spray tans for a year for just $34 a month when paid in full.
Party quiz. What's the one thing you can wear to a birthday party, a bridal party, and a backyard party? A gorgeous Suntan City spray tan. It really knows how to party.
Buy today and get unlimited spray tans for a year for just $34 a month when paid in full. Ends May 31st.
Let yourself shine at Suntan City.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Danville Auto Body Shop. Top of the line collision and auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Delahaye Street. Call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299. Danville Auto Body Shop. Mostly sunny, a high today 78, low tonight 61. Looking like great weather for high school baseball tonight. Dunbar is at Mercer County. We'll have the play-by-play, 6 o'clock first pitch on our sister station, WHBN. That's tonight. Tomorrow, you get rain shower chances all day. We do have one more game scheduled for tomorrow. That's softball. Mercer County is at Garrett County in softball action. 2 area teams playing, but weather looking dicey for tomorrow. Saturday, rain showers, thunderstorms, and a high of 75. Great weather for us on Sunday. Right now, it's 6:38 in the morning, 59 degrees. Thursday, the 16th day of May. And our phone number to call in this morning, 238-WHIR. What's going on with Larry Vaught and Vaught's Views for us today?
Vaught's Views on University of Kentucky Sports is on the air. Featuring 7-time Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year, Larry Vaught.
One of the state's best high school female basketball players, not only this season, but in recent season, is 6'3" junior Leah Macy of Bethlehem. She is a consensus top 15 player in her recruiting class nationally and has had about 40 major college offers, including Connecticut. Macy did not want to drag out her recruiting any longer and recently announced on social media that she would play her college basketball at Notre Dame. Macy is a unique talent. She can be a rebounding machine, and despite missing a month last season with a knee injury, is still on track to reach 2,000 career rebounds, a mark no other Kentucky high school girl has ever reached. She's already passed the 2,000-point mark and averaged about 25 points and 14 rebounds per game last year to help Bethlehem win a regional title and reach the state tournament quarterfinals.
Vaught's Views will return in a moment.
Boating season is here. Pro Circuit Major League fisherman Ryan Armstrong reveals why E10 is his fuel of choice.
All the people that it supports across the country with farmers and ethanol plants, so it's a big deal. Marine engines are designed for it. Back before we didn't didn't have ethanol, you would have to clean your fuel rails. You had more engine deposits. Ethanol burns hotter, it burns cleaner, so your engine runs better. You don't have to get things serviced on your engines as much. No performance issues whatsoever. That Bass Cat will fly.
Learn more at ethanolrfa.org.
Leah Macy is that rare player with the size to battle inside and score, but also can handle the ball so well that she actually played point guard for Mercy in the 2023 state tournament. She didn't shoot often from three-point range last season, but when she did, she knocked down shots. Macy soon will be heading to her third USA basketball camp, while also be playing for the Kentucky Juniors against the Indiana All-Stars in early June. Leah Macy is just a special, special talent, and my guess is that she will be a future star for Notre Dame.
Find more from Larry at yoursportsedge.com.
There you go, Larry Vaught, Fox Views, Mondays through Fridays here on WHIR, Danville News, Talk Sports, and HometownLive.net. Hey, President Biden and former President Donald Trump have agreed to debate each other once in July and once in September, and the promo for it is kind of wild. Check out the promo for the Trump versus Biden debates that'll be coming up.
Coming soon, the debate you've been waiting for. On one side, former President Donald Trump.
No topic is off limits, except for my Stormy Daniels trial.
On the other side, President Biden.
That's right. Nothing's off limits, except for the economy and inflation, man. I don't want to talk about it.
Two candidates going head-to-head.
I'll answer any question, except for any question about my fraud trial. Bigly off limits.
I'll talk about anything, except Hunter. He's a good boy. He's done nothing wrong. He doesn't have a laptop or anything.
The debate between Trump and Biden.
I don't want to talk about anything that has to do with me.
And I don't want to talk about my age and oh, hell, you know the thing.
Don't miss it.
There you go. That's coming up July the 27th, I think is the date for the first one. Then sometime in September, the exact date hasn't been announced for the September one. Let's see what's going on in this morning's world of absolute good. Are you tired of the gloom and doom that saturates your daily news? Well, of course you are, and I am right there with you. These stories right here remind us of the silver lining in the cloud over all of our heads. My way of sharing the good news with you, and hopefully you'll go do the same for somebody else. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up on the piano. It's Mr. Floyd Kramer. Story number one, coming from Shakopee, Minnesota, where a 74-year-old man named John survived a heart attack while jogging thanks to the quick actions of Good Samaritan Craig Humpher and first responders who just happened to be close by. Upon finding John, Humpher immediately began CPR until an ambulance arrived and rushed him to the hospital for emergency surgery. After meeting up to thank rescuers in person, John formed a close bond with Humpher, and the two men are now planning on going fishing together. A Minnesota man collapsed while having a heart attack when he was out for a jog, and Craig Humpher saw him on the ground, rushed to him, gave him CPR, and saved his life. Craig Humpher says it's one thing to know CPR, it's another thing to actually be able to do it in that time of crisis.
One thing to know how to do it, it's another thing to take the initiative to stop and help people, and I think that's really what it's all about.
Story number two coming from Delray Beach, Florida, where on Saturday night in Delray Beach, several bystanders rescued a man from a burning car following a crash on I-95. The incident involved about 4 vehicles, one of which caught fire, and the driver, 21-year-old Travis Smith, was pulled to safety. Smith, who sustained burns and a fractured hip, expressed gratitude towards his rescuers and is planning to thank them in person when he's out of the hospital. And story number three, coming from Australia, where Australian Professor Richard Scolyer, named one of the 2024 Australians of the Year for his pioneering melanoma research, has used his own fundings to treat his incurable brain cancer. Wow! Diagnosed with glioblastoma nearly a year ago, Scolyer recently announced that an MRI shows he's cancer-free, and thanked his family and his medical team. His experimental treatment, which involves activating the patient's immune system, has now advanced brain cancer research and understanding and may benefit future patients as well. A doctor is cancer-free still 1 year after using his own experimental treatment. Good Samaritans rescue a driver from a burning car on a Florida interstate, and a stranger saves a jogger from having a heart attack during a run. That's what's going on in this morning's World of Absolute Good, folks. All right, coming up next, Silliness at Sunrise. We've got PRN's Garage Pass first, then Silliness at Sunrise. Dad Joke of the Day, the Country Comic Spotlight, plenty of the apps, the best jokes from late night television last night as well, with Silliness at Sunrise in the next 15 minutes. Floyd Kramer, take us home, buddy. The spotlight is on you.
Healthy weight, more energy, and smooth, regular bowel movements. 3 things everyone strives for.
It's me, Chuck Norris. There's one really important thing we don't talk about enough: our health. Achy joints, digestive issues, weight gain, and fatigue. We are told these are normal signs of aging. So working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick.
Morning Kick is a revolutionary formula combining 10 different supplements in one. Probiotics that help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and several of the most powerful anti-aging supplements on earth. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, focused, and help manage stress.
Anybody can achieve great health regardless of their age.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com. Use code GREEN or text GREEN to 511-511 and claim 40% off today.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee.
Text GREEN to 511-511. Morning Kick.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Message and data rates may apply. Paid for by Roundhouse Provision.
I think you can be on a 10-year deal and you're always auditioning, especially in this sport.
Yes, I am surprised he's leaving, but at the same time, he's been doing so well.
I kind of crashed that party because originally it was supposed to be like a girls' trip, and I wanted to go.
Mark Caro and PRN's Garage Pass.
Silence is golden, especially when it comes to brakes. That's why Napa Silent Guard are built to be one of the smoothest and most quiet brakes on the market. Made with fiber-reinforced shims that eliminate noise for the life of the pad, rubber-coated hardware for a better fit, and quality design that meets and exceeds OE performance. Silent Guard brakes deliver the stopping power drivers demand. Available now at Napa locations nationwide.
At Progressive, we know money can't buy you happiness, but money did help you buy an RV, which means an excuse from working Saturday with your insufferable coworker, Dave. So money is helping you listen to birds chirp instead of Dave chirping about how his toddler is fluent in 3 languages. And it's also why you'll be smelling pine trees in the air, not Dave's tuna melt reheating in a microwave. So save money by bundling your RV or boat insurance with home or auto from Progressive and buy more happiness, or something close to it. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
According to the Garage Gossip, there's a strong possibility Stewart-Haas Racing could be shutting down at the end of the season, with drivers Ryan Preece, Noah Gragson, Josh Berry, and Chase Briscoe potentially in need of new rides. Briscoe, who finished 5th at Darlington, was asked if he was now auditioning for future employers.
I think you can be on a 10-year deal and you're always auditioning, especially in this sport. So you're always auditioning. Every race you can go win just adds to your resume and everything else. So, yeah, I feel like you're always in audition mode. If you're performing and we're running up front and doing all those things, then the rumors can be what they're going to be, but you're going to find yourself in a good situation. So that's what I told our guys a couple weeks ago when all this kind of started really picking up is, we can just focus on what we can focus on. And, if we're battling for wins and running up front, no matter what ends up shaking out, we're going to be okay.
Word is Briscoe could be a candidate for the Wood Brothers number 21, currently driven by Harrison Burton. Michael McDowell got silly season underway when he announced he was joining Spire Motorsports next season, leaving Front Row Motorsports and his current teammate, Todd Gilliland.
He's really built the organization up to where it is today, in my opinion. Yes, I am surprised he's leaving, but at the same time, he's been doing so well. You would have to think there's going to be opportunities, so I'm definitely sad to see him go, for sure, on the other foot, right?
And Australian Supercars driver Cam Waters will make his debut at Sonoma in a 3rd car for RFK Racing.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
A bummer for Kyle Larson on the opening day of Indy 500 practice, with rain allowing him to get in what was basically only a couple of warm-up laps. Now, he's always had a busy schedule, but between Kansas and Darlington, Larson took a trip to Paris, joining his wife and 6-year-old daughter Audrey, who was celebrating a birthday, for a Taylor Swift concert.
I kind of crashed that party because originally it was supposed to be like a girls' trip, and it was fun to go and get to see that concert and just kind of see how the world is different a little bit on that side of the country. So it was good that it all worked out.
Mark Garrow and TRN's Garage Pass, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Bundle home and auto and save. Visit progressive.com.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then, Joe Pag starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Pag on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
Lawson's Tractor 2, your local Kubota equipment dealer, wants to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do. They have the reliability and durability and versatile lineup to help you do it all. Visit Lawson's Tractor 2 today for all your equipment needs. Lawson's Tractor 2, 4 miles south of Danville on Highway 127, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. Lawson's Tractor 2.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Danville Auto Body Shop and the Little Sign Shop. Under new owners and operators, they offer all types of quality signs at affordable prices. Many signs available within 24 hours. Where 2nd and 4th Streets meet, call them 859-238-7391. A little bit of fog hanging out here for us this morning. Nothing too thick, at least when I was heading in, but you are dealing with early morning fog. High of 78, low of 61. Tomorrow, thunderstorms, rain showers, almost an inch of rain possible. High of 74. Same thing Saturday, more rain. And then Sunday, sunny and 80 is your high. It's 6:52 in the morning. It's 60 degrees, bit my tongue there. 60 degrees in Danville. Phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. That's 238-WHIR. 100% hilarious. So bad they're good. Warning, these may make you cringe. It's time for everyone's 6th favorite segment on the show. Every morning, it's the Dad Joke of the Day.
Dad Joke of the Day.
All right, here we go. What kind of hair do oceans have? What kind of hair do oceans have? Well, they have wavy hair. Yes, thank you. The Dad Joke of the Day, Mondays through Fridays on the Joe Show, WHIR Danville, right around 6:50-ish or so in the morning. It's the Dad Joke of the Day. Bah.
Welcome to the planet of the apps.
Oh, you have to download MyFitnessPal. That's it. Today's unbelievable MyFitnessPal app has a built-in database of over 14 million foods. You can instantly confirm nutrition information. The best part, Just point your phone's camera to your plate. I'm not kidding. Point your phone's camera to your plate, and the app's meal scan tool gives you in real time, all the results. Calories, nutrition. It's just amazing. Once again, free MyFitnessPal. It's a calorie and diet tracker. MyFitnessPal, oh, you'll love it. It works right here with Rick Dees every single day in this incredible molten magma we call the Planet of the Apps.
Yes, we do. The Planet of the Apps, Mondays through Fridays, and the Joe Show at this time leads us into the Country Comic Spotlight this morning, where Brad Upton is in the spotlight. And Brad Upton basically talking about how he believes people under the age of 30, Gen Zers, I guess is what we call them, how he just thinks that they're not very smart. And that's the routine that he's going on this morning for the Country Comic Spotlight.
How many are not under the age of 30? 20-somethings? Let me hear from the 20-somethings. Yeah. These are the dumbest people I've ever met in my life. Not personally, just as a group. Do me a favor, put some cash in your pocket. Grease your debit cards every $1.17 purchase. I get so tired of standing mine on a mini mart. That's $1.17. Here's my debit card. You don't have a buck and a quarter? I know they're dumber than people my age. You know, when I was growing up, we didn't have any childproof caps. You dropped a Coke bottle, it didn't bounce, it shattered. Our parents let us play with guns and knives and fireworks. You know what happened to the dumb kids? They didn't make it. It's true. These guys grew up in a world that's childproofed and padded. All the dumb ones lived. Now they use debit cards. It's $1.17 purchases. You ever see what they're buying? Energy drinks. How much energy do you need in your 20s? Should be selling those at the retirement village. That's the target market right there. A couple of monsters and a Red Bull going to pick up that bingo game, I'm sure. B19, that's mine. A lot of our terms don't mean anything. I don't want to sound like a broken record. You know what that means, right? People under 30 never owned a record player. They don't know what that means. They don't know what that means. They don't know what that means. You still don't. You ever watch them on their smartphones? Can't put them down. Somebody calls, somebody texts, they need a tweet. Jeez, focus. You ever take a smartphone away from a 20-something? They don't know what to do. They look like they got hit with a shovel. It's like... I should have learned how to talk to people.
Right up into the Country Comic Spotlight, Rick Dees, and this morning's Planet of the Apps, the dad joke of the day as well. And late night shows last night while we were sleeping, Jimmy Fallon joking on NBC's Tonight Show about how President Joe Biden and Donald Trump have both agreed to debate each other. Again, July and September are those official. One of them is officially, I think it's like July 27th. September date, as far as I know, still being worked out. And they'll debate each other twice before the presidential election in November.
Well, guys, everybody's talking about this. Today, President Biden challenged former President Trump to 2 debates, and Trump accepted. Yeah? Trump agreed to the debate. He said, I'll be there assuming it's okay with my parole officer.
Jimmy Fallon also joking about President Joe Biden requesting microphones for his debate with Donald Trump that cuts off once the candidate's time limit is reached. He's afraid that Trump's just going to keep on going and he won't stop. So he wants his microphone to be cut off once the time limit is reached.
Another condition from Biden is that he wants microphones that automatically cut off when a candidate hits their time limit. Which will work right up until Trump walks over to Biden's podium. And that's why, as I was saying over there, more wall. Okay, thank you.
There you go. Still in this at Sunrise. Jimmy Fallon joking with you. You had Brad Upton, Rick Dees, and this morning's Planet of the Apps and the dad joke of the day. You get the Silliness at Sunrise segment every Monday through Friday at 6:50 here on WHIR. 6:58 right now, and we are 1 minute away from top hour news. We're back in 45 seconds on the Joe Show, WHIR Danville.
Do you know know about Boyle County Preschool?
Make plans now to enroll your 3 or 4-year-old child in Boyle County Preschool. Our program focuses on pre-kindergarten skills, social and emotional awareness, gross motor activities, along with speech, language, and motor development. Eligible children will attend for free. We also have tuition spots available. Call me today at 859-236-6634 to make a screening appointment.
We love Boyle County Preschool.
236-6634 to make a screening appointment.
It's back, it's better, new owners and new style. In Danville on Stewart's Lane, it's the new Papa's Truck Stop.
Say what?
Open 24 hours for any time chicken, pizza, and snack bar. Always hits the spot. It's the new Papa's Truck Stop on Stewart's Lane in Danville.
All right, 7 o'clock in the morning, 1 hour in. We've got Breaking and Trending at 7:10. We're talking Danville softball at 7:20. The County Agents Corner at 7:40 here on The Joe Show.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 7 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Police in riot gear have cleared pro-Palestinian protesters from the campus of UC Irvine. Dozens of protesters on Wednesday occupied a building at the university near Los Angeles. The LA Times says about 200 police officers moved in on the crowd, made numerous arrests, and took down their tents. Activists at the protest say over 40 people were arrested. Israel's defense minister is criticizing Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for not having a plan for what to do in Gaza after the war with Hamas is over. Yoav Gallant, who is a member of the same political party as Netanyahu, said that Israel needs to figure out how the war-torn Gaza Strip will be governed after shooting and bombing stops. Gallant said that without a plan, the only options are Hamas continuing to rule or Israeli military rule, both negative outcomes. The Biden campaign is accusing Donald Trump of playing games with presidential debates. More from Brian Shook.
This after Trump says he will participate in a third debate hosted by Fox News in October, but it's unclear if President Biden will join him. The Biden campaign in response said the president made his terms clear for 2 one-on-one debates scheduled for June and September, and Trump accepted the terms. The campaign added no more debate about debates. The debates were scheduled hours after Biden challenged the former president in a video posted to X on Wednesday. I'm Brian Shook.
The number of overdose deaths is down for the first time in 5 years. More from Mark Mayfield.
New preliminary data from the CDC's National Center for Health Statistics shows about 107,500 people died from drug overdoses last year. That's around 3,500 less than 2022.
On Wall Street before the opening bell, stock futures are edging higher. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
Technology helps keep everyone comfortable with a smart thermostat.
Turn temperature down.
Temperature down.
Turn temperature up.
Temperature up. But to keep everyone on your team working comfortably, you need more than technology. You need CDW to custom configure Dell Client Solutions devices. Adaptive AI-based software creates a personalized user experience and boosts collaboration so they can stay cool and collected.
Temperature down.
Temperature up.
I'm staying out of this. Dell Client Solutions make adaptive performance possible. CDW makes it powerful. Learn.
Ben Carson is calling for an end to no-fault divorce laws in the U.S. More from Tammy Trujillo.
In his new book out this week, the former Trump cabinet member says no-fault divorce should be removed or radically reduced for the sake of families. In The Perilous Fight, Carson writes it's natural for people to gravitate toward that option when their marriage hits a rough patch. But he says what those people often don't consider is the harm inflicted on their children. The first no-fault divorce law in the U.S. was signed in 1969. Before that, people filing for divorce would have had to prove misconduct by their spouses, such as adultery or domestic violence.
A Hollywood producer is going to prison for burglarizing homes in the Hamptons and Manhattan that belong to his ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend. Lisa Taylor reports.
Bill, Ted, enough of the delusions. You didn't time travel, and you didn't go to heaven and hell.
A judge has sentenced Raymond Boudreau Tuesday to 3.5 years in prison and ordered him to pay $200,000 in restitution to the victim. Boudreau pleaded guilty to stealing more than $1 million worth of property in 2022 from the Holmes. Boudreau produced the 2020 film Bill and Ted Face the Music. Boudreau declined to comment at his sentencing, but his attorney says he's accepted responsibility.
Basketball superstar Caitlin Clark continues to draw millions of viewers. More from Brian Shook.
Her WNBA debut Tuesday night averaged 2.1 million viewers. The game between Clark's Indiana Fever and the Connecticut Sun was the most watched WNBA game since Memorial Day 2001. It also broke ESPN's record for a WNBA game. That was previously set by Diana Taurasi's debut in 2004, which drew 1.4 million viewers.
And Netflix is jumping in the Dallas Cowboys huddle. The streaming giant is producing a documentary series about the Cowboys and owner Jerry Jones. Netflix says it will tell the definitive story of Jones and his unique journey in transforming America's team. Michael Kastner, NBC.
Hey, thrifty thrill seekers and penny pinching champions. Are you ready to pounce on deals so good they'll make your wallet weep with joy? Strap in and race on over to our Aladdin's Cave of Bargains at hometownlive.net. Just look out for the humongous Big Deals online store logo. Now, plunge headfirst into an ocean of certificates from all sorts of cool businesses. It's like a treasure hunt, but instead of a map, you get insane discounts.
Find these savings. O'Charlie's Restaurant, $40 gift certificates for just $30. Applebee's Restaurant, $10 gift certificates for just $7.50. B&L Jewelers, $50 gift certificate for just $29. And new Lock Ridge Park, one night tube rental, $139 value for just $100.
So what are you doing still here listening to this? Dash over to hometownlive.net and kick off your mega savings marathon. Your piggy bank isn't just going to get heavier, it's going to need its own personal trainer.
Good morning to you. It's Thursday. It's the 16th day of May, 051624 on your calendar. It is a cloudy day right now, dealing with some early morning fog, but sunshine clears us out like it'll be a good afternoon. This afternoon. Should be a really good one. 80 degrees, a high today, and sunshine, and should be a good Thursday for us. Now, tomorrow, different story. Today, good day. Got a forecast coming your way. News brought to you by Stewart Powell Ford.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager of Stewart Powell Ford Mazda here in Danville. And for over 75 years, we've been doing business the right way. We make it easy to do business with us, and we pride ourselves on providing quality products and service at a fair price. Stop by and see us at 225 South Danville Bypass and experience for yourself how easy it is to do business with us. 127 Bypass at the Prairieville intersection.
Come to Stewart Powell, we can do business.
Stewart Powell Ford Mazda.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The man charged with attempted murder after he's accused of firing multiple shots into another vehicle in Harrisburg has already bonded out of jail. 33-year-old Darren Good was charged with attempted murder and DUI from this incident. It happened Friday when police were called by a random passerby that saw what happened and called 911. When police got there, they found Good holding the victim at gunpoint with that victim's vehicle riddled with 7 bullet holes. Good was arrested. However, WKYT reports that he's already made a $100,000 cash bond and is out of jail. He entered a not guilty plea, and law enforcement is looking for a motive, but haven't really found one yet. Good will be back in court on May 23rd for a preliminary hearing. You can begin in-person, no-excuse voting today in Kentucky. It starts today and goes through Saturday, where registered voters can vote in their party's primary early. In Mercer County, it's at the Mercer County Courthouse from 8 until 4:30. In Boyle County, at the showroom from 8 until 4. In Garrett County, at the clerk's office from 8 until 4. And in Lincoln County, at the clerk's office from 8 until 4. Again, those times are for early, in-person, no-excuse voting, which will be done Thursday through Saturday. If you want to vote the old-fashioned way on Election Day itself, that'll be done Tuesday, May 21st, at polling locations across your specific county. Mercer County Senior High School graduation is set for Saturday, and if you're going, Mercer County Schools has released information on this. Doors open for the graduation at 5:30 that night, with the ceremony itself at 7 o'clock. The first 2 rows in the bleachers will be reserved for handicap seating, along with chairs at the rear of the gym. Seniors are asked to enter the campus using the entrance near the digital sign and park at the rear of the school, and seniors are also asked to report to their classroom by 6 o'clock that night. 2 people in Lincoln County have been found dead, and now it's under investigation. The Lincoln County coroner tells WKYT that 2 adults were found dead yesterday at a home on Water Cemetery Road in Kings Mountain. The investigation started after a neighbor said he noticed the cars hadn't been moved in several days. When he opened the door, he said he noticed an odor and found a woman dead in the living room. The neighbor then found a man dead in the bathroom in that house. The sheriff's office is investigating. I'm Joe Mathis.
This morning's local news was a service of Stuart Powell Ford Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stuartpowell.com.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
Now is your last chance to get Suntan City's biggest deal. Tan for a year for just $15 a month when paid in full.
FOMO is a real thing. Nobody wants to miss out on a great party, a fun trip, or a fantastic deal. Like when all your friends are showing off their beautiful Suntan City tans. So don't wait. Say no to FOMO.
Buy today and tan for a year for just $15 a month when paid in full. Ends May 31st.
Let yourself shine at Suntan City.
Did you know a typical adult has about 100,000 miles of blood vessels throughout their body? Fortunately, you don't have to go that far to get world-class heart and vascular care. With specialists in diagnosing and treating cardiovascular disease right here in Danville at CHI St. Joseph Health. Whether you're in need of heart attack care or minimally invasive treatments for vascular diseases, you can get the state-of-the-art heart and vascular care you need close to home. To schedule an appointment, call 859-313-2968.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right then, Jackie boy, it's brought to you by our friends over at O'Charlie's, where Sunday brunch is coming back. Starting Sunday mornings at 10, enjoy a special menu including French toast, biscuits and gravy, steak and scrambled eggs, bacon, egg, and cheese quesadillas, and $5 mimosas. O'Charlie's in the Danville Manor Shopping Center. Mostly sunny, a high of 78, low tonight 61. It's a foggy morning this morning. I keep on thinking, like, it doesn't look, when I'm looking out the window, the magic window here, it doesn't look all that thick, but also... You know, there's trees in the way, so I can't see all the way down Shakertown Road. So I'm not sure how thick it is right now, honestly. It wasn't too bad when I was driving in about an hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago or so. But, you know, starting to get brighter. Sunrise is coming up and just dealing with some early morning fog. Now, tomorrow is a day where 74 is the high, going to be comfortable, but rain. Up to an inch of rain possible tomorrow. Saturday, rain showers, thunderstorms are possible as well. Right now, it's 7:11 in the morning. We are looking at 60 degrees in Danville. Phone number to call in, 238-WHIR. That's 238-9447 as we see what's breaking and trending this morning on The Joe Show. Waking you up with the news headlines, those things making the news on this Thursday morning, May the 16th. And here we go. Of course, you know about it now. Early yesterday morning, President Joe Biden challenged former President Trump at 2 debates and took the opportunity to make a dig at Trump's ongoing criminal hush money trial in New York City. In the video, Biden tells Trump to pick the dates and quotes, I understand you're free on Wednesdays. That's the only day Trump's trial isn't in session. Just a few hours later, Trump accepted the challenge, saying his campaign agreed to 4 debates, but the Biden campaign struck back at that and said the president would only do 2 debates. There will be no audience allowed at either debate. June 27th, I've been saying July 27th. June 27th on CNN, September 10th on ABC News. That happened yesterday. Biden and Trump agreeing to 2 debates.
You can see we have an empty podium right here to my right. You know what that is? That's for Joe Biden. I'm trying to get him to debate.
That's President Trump talking about it yesterday. Hey, was being called an attempted assassination on Slovakian Prime Minister Robert Fico yesterday has left the 59-year-old official in the hospital in life-threatening condition. Fico underwent over 3 hours of surgery after being shot in the abdomen 5 times by a still unidentified attacker. Few details were released about the shooter, who was immediately swarmed by police and arrested, other than the initial investigation suggesting there was a clear political motivation in the shooting. Michael McClanahan, the president of the Louisiana NAACP, told CBS, this is not the right soundbite to it. All right. Oh, wait. No, it's this soundbite. Elections in Louisiana will look different this November after the Supreme Court said yesterday that it will allow the state to use a congressional map that includes a second black majority district. The court granted requests from a group of black voters and civil rights groups, and also the state of Louisiana to put on hold a federal district court panel that blocked the state from using the newly redrawn map. The original map drawn by the Louisiana legislature was rejected by federal courts for likely violating Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act. Now here's the soundbite. Michael McClanahan, the president of the Louisiana NAACP, told CBS News yesterday that Louisiana representation for black people in Congress is needed because everyone has the same goals for the state.
We all want good roads, good health care, good education.
There you go. Another boat has hit yet another bridge. A barge collided with the Pelican Island Causeway in Galveston, Texas yesterday, damaging the bridge, causing an oil spill and closing the only road in and out of Pelican Island, the home to Texas A&M University at Galveston. The bridge will remain closed until it's determined if it's safe to be used, and a salvage company will assist in removing the barge from the area. There were no reported injuries in the incident. Congress gave its approval to a $105 billion bill yesterday that looks to increase the number of air traffic controllers, add more safety inspectors at aircraft factories, and force airliners to automatically refund fares to passengers whose flights are canceled or delayed for several hours. The Senate passed the bill last week, and the House voted 387-26 yesterday to send it to Biden's desk. The measure would also ban airlines from charging fees to let families sit together. Airlines are suing the Biden administration to block a new Transportation Department rule on automatic refunds and have signed into law. The new legislation could help the administration's legal case. That's what's breaking and trending this morning here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. We're talking Danville Lady Admiral softball coming up next. Right now it's 7:16. The Big Daddy makes his morning debut with sports coming up.
This Steve Bertram Sports Report is a service of Stuart Powell Ford Mazda on the Danville Bypass and online at stuartpowell.com.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager at Stuart Powell Ford Mazda here in Danville, where we make it easy to do business with us. I want to let you know that we are now offering free pickup and delivery in our quick lane within 20 miles of Danville. Give us a call at 859-238-1190. We will schedule your vehicle for pickup, perform the service requested, and return it to you.
Come to Stuart Powell, we can do business.
Ford Mazda.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The PGA Championship tees off today at Valhalla Golf Club in Louisville. World number 1 Scotty Scheffler is looking for his 3rd straight win on the tour, as is Rory McIlroy. Officials are holding their breath because of the weather. Kentucky head basketball coach Mark Pope's keeping the recruiting trails hot. He has 10 players coming in with 3 more spots available, and those are going to be dependent upon what happens to some of those players trying to get ready for the NBA. In the NBA Conference semifinals last night, Boston eliminated Cleveland 113-98 and heads to the East Finals. Dallas knocked off Oklahoma City 104-92 to take a 3-2 lead in the West. Hometown Radio has a high school baseball game scheduled this evening as Mercer County hosts Dunbar. First pitch is set for 6 between the Titans and the Bulldogs on WHBN FM 99.5 and streaming at hometownlive.net. Another tough loss for Cincinnati yesterday as they fell to Arizona 2-1. The Reds head to Los Angeles to play the Dodgers in the first of 4 games tonight. Giants beat the Dodgers last night 4-1. Elsewhere, it was the Cubs 7, Braves 2, Rangers 4, Guardians nothing, Brewers 10, Pirates 2, Angels 7, Cardinals 2, and Yankees 4, Twins nothing. Other American League winners were the Astros, Mariners, Orioles, Rays, and White Sox. Other NL winners were the Marlins, Phillies, and the Rockies. The Kentucky men's tennis team is in Stillwater, Oklahoma for the quarterfinals of the NCAA tournament. UK, ranked 5th, plays number 4 TCU today. It's the third straight year in the Elite Eight for UK. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then, Joe Pag starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Pag on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
Hey, I'm Jackie, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the chicken. It is golden brown, so juicy, so delicious. It's the perfect savory start to my day.
Hey, I'm Matt, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the freshly baked, flaky, buttery biscuit. When I take a bite, it's kind of like, crispy, soft, crispy. Crispy outside, soft interior, crispy chicken. There's really nothing like it.
Start your day with the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit, available on the Chick-fil-A app. Real Chick-fil-A guests paid for their testimonials.
You have a loved one needing to find help, hope, and healing today. The first step to a happier, healthier life is to call the Isaiah House Real Hope for Addiction. Isaiah House provides care for men and women, locations throughout Kentucky, resetting one's life through healing, opportunity, education, and employment support for lifelong success. When you feel once to the point of rock bottom and needs help, hope, and healing, call the Isaiah House anytime, 24 hours a day.
Hi, my name is Carol, and I'm a student at the University of Kentucky College of Nursing. You can prevent a tragedy on the farm. Make sure your children have a safe play area that's fenced in or at least separated from traffic and work areas. Make it free of dangerous debris and give them room to run and explore. Play equipment should be age appropriate and supervised. Although parents cannot completely kid-proof a farm, it is important to make it as safe as possible.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right then, Jack, it's brought to you by Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Call Mark or Chris. They'd love to give you a free quote. 236-6686. Sunshine, a high of 80, a low tonight, 61. Tomorrow, rain showers, thunderstorms, a high of 74. Saturday, same thing. It'll be rainy Friday and Saturday. Sunday looking great. High of 80. Monday, sunshine and a high of 83. Right now it's 7:22 in the morning. It is 59 degrees. Thursday, the 16th day of May. We talk with Danville softball coach Whitney Krueger on Thursday mornings here on the show. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, Coach. Appreciate you being on here this morning. You all are wrapping up the regular season tonight and hopefully tomorrow night as well, though weather looking iffy for tomorrow. But you'll be at Frankfort tonight, and then Knox Central makes the long trip to Danville tomorrow night, according to the KHSA schedule. Coach, 2 games left. What do you expect to see out of your Lady Ads over the next 2 nights?
I hope we get to play tomorrow. So
that's number one.
win.
Yeah.
Yes, the weather has not cooperated with us this year. We'll be at Frankfurt tonight. They came to us a few days ago on the 10th, and that was a tough game for us. They beat us very easily within 3 innings. So tonight, I just hope that we compete. On Saturday, we went to Paris and played Holmes, and we had a great outing there, and our pitchers did great there. So Jazz came in, and she only had a couple walks and 4 strikeouts, and so I hope that happens again tonight, that our pitchers can throw strikes, and we can just have some fun. These last 2 games, I really just want the team just to leave it all out there and just relax and have some fun and not worry about our season and how it's been going and just be able to play.
Yeah, 22 runs against Holmes. You beat them 22-6. That's the second most runs you all have scored in the game this season, most being the 26 you scored against Bergen back in March the 22nd. You mentioned throwing strikes, Coach. Is that essentially what it is in the pitcher circle, where if the pitcher throws strikes, then the defense gets to make plays, right? And so you give yourself a chance to get outs. If the pitcher doesn't throw strikes, it's walk after walk after walk, and basically there's no way to get out of the inning. So you're basically hammering home to your pitchers, look, you got to hit the strike zone, got to throw strikes, because there's no way we can get outs if you don't.
That's correct, and we've had a few games where they do come out and throw strikes, and then our defense makes errors, and that happened the last time we played DCA. So it's just our team is so young, and we never know what we're going to get on any given day, and but we have to start with throwing strikes, and then after that it's defense, and also it doesn't matter what we do on defense if we can't put the ball in play. So those are the 3 things we've kind of just tried to focus on, and hopefully they'll all come together these last couple games.
Yeah, all about getting consistency, right? And when the girls, as they continue to get more confident and they get older, that consistency will come. But you mentioned it. You never know if you're playing a 7th grader or 8th grader or a freshman or something like that, what type of performance. They could come out the last game and play not very well, come out the next game and throw strikes, and you win 22-6.
That's right.
Yeah, so Frankfurt at Frankfurt tonight. You're home against Knox Central Friday. Then the 45th District Tournament starts on Monday of next week, Coach. You all play in the quarterfinal game against DCA, but you all are hosting the district tournament for the first time in quite some time, so kind of get to show off that new field that you all have there.
Yes, I'm excited. This is the first time since I've been involved with Danville softball that we're hosting districts. So we'll play on Monday, and then there'll be 2 games on Tuesday and the finals on Wednesday.
Yeah, Danville softball, they've got 2 regular season games left. Frankfurt and Knox Central, then against DCA on Monday. You all play 5:30 on Monday. That's the only game Monday night, right?
Yes, yep. So we're against DCA on Monday.
Yeah, and the winner of that gets Boyle County that following night, which would be Tuesday, May 21st. That's election night. And then May 22nd, that Wednesday night, will be the championship. All of that played at Danville, the host of the 45th District Fast Pitch Softball Tournament this year. Danville Lady Admiral Coach Whitney Krueger. Coach, we appreciate you being on. Good luck tonight against Frankfurt. Safe travels. Hopefully you'll get one in tomorrow as well against Knox Central. We'll talk to you later, okay?
Thanks so much.
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. Bye. That's Danville Lady Admiral softball coach Whitney Krueger, Thursday mornings at 7:20 here on the Joe Show, WHIR Danville.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then, Joe Pag starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, Joe Pack on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
A healthy weight, more energy, and smooth, regular bowel movements. 3 things everyone strives for.
It's me, Chuck Norris. There's one really important thing we don't talk about enough: our health. Achy joints, digestive issues, weight gain, and fatigue. We're told these are normal signs of aging. So working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick.
Morning Kick is a revolutionary formula combining 10 different supplements in one. Probiotics that help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and several of the most powerful anti-aging supplements on earth. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, focused, and help manage stress.
Anybody can achieve great health regardless of their age.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com. Use code GREEN or text GREEN to 511-511 and claim 40% off today.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee.
Text GREEN to 511-511. Morning Kick.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Message and data rates may apply. Paid for by Roundhouse Provisions.
Every turn is a total rush in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
There's no better time to experience the new 2024 Kia Telluride. Just $399 down and $399 a month. Or the 2024 Seltos. Just $249 down and $249 a month. And save even more on our scratch and dent storm damaged cars.
Experience the rush with confidence in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
2024 Kia Telluride, $399 per month, $2457 due assigning. 2024 Kia Seltos, $249 per month, $1384 due assigning, 36 month lease, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, stock, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer and options. See dealer for details. Offer expires May 31st, 2024.
Going out of town or anywhere in the world? Stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at hometownlive.net. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Early voting for the primary election is available across the Commonwealth for the next 3 days. Secretary of State Michael Adams is expecting about a 15% turnout of registered voters. Adams has been working to clear voter registration rolls by removing outdated names and addresses by the thousands. Early voting will continue until Saturday. The primary election day is Tuesday, May 21st. Fayette County Public Schools and the attorney for the family of Emmanuel McCarty are both speaking out on the death of the student. The 17-year-old died after experiencing a medical crisis in the classroom after reportedly breaking up a fight in the school restroom Friday. A statement released by the superintendent to parents says an investigation had been launched into the incident. The school district and the attorney have conflicting reports of the bathroom fight, which reportedly happened a previous day. The attorney also said Mukadi suffered a brain injury and is asking for all evidence related to the fight and medical crisis be released by the school from the past 30 days. A food bank in Pulaski County is stocking up to feed families without summer school being offered for meals. WKYT reports many families depend on the breakfast and lunch meals provided at school to feed students. God's Food Pantry has been stocking up with goods to feed families throughout the summer. The school system is providing a program starting June 3rd using bookmobiles, the library, and other facilities for parents to pick up food. The summer meal program will be available until July 19th. The Fayette County Sheriff's Office is preparing to hold their first Survivor Summit on Friday. As WKYT reports, the event offers support for victims and survivors of violent crimes. Local and national speakers will be at the summit, where survivors can meet other victims and learn therapeutic activities. The event is being held at the Signature Club on Lansdowne Road from 8 in the morning to 4 p.m. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Hey folks, Chrysler Cowboy here. When I started my journey in the automotive industry, I learned 3 valuable lessons. 1, have a good product. 2, treat people with respect. And 3, make sure it's a fair deal for everybody. I'm proud to call Anderson County my home, and at Chrysler Lawrenceburg, we want to give you that down-home experience. We offer certified pre-owned vehicles that come with a lifetime engine warranty, free tire rotation with every oil change, and customer service that rivals the best anywhere around. Chrysler Cowboy. If you can't remember that, just look for the hat. It's where you need to be, folks. Chrysler of Lawrenceburg.
This is how we doing it with this Chrysler of Lawrenceburg. In 2024, they are making deals real. With their educated personal staff, they make shopping fun and buying easy.
This is how
Do you want a newer vehicle? Want a truck for under $25,000? Need your vehicle service? Needing a place that's going to treat you right? Well, Withers is the way. Check them out, Chrysler of Lawrenceburg.
This is one place I will not pass on deals with wheels for the 2024.
If you want to make the most of fall, there's no better place than at Bluegrass State Kentucky. 45 state parks offer abundant places to play and diverse accommodations to stay, take a hike, float your boat, or ride the trails. Pitch a tent under the stars or settle under a lakefront lodge. Tee up for 18 holes of golf, then enjoy a signature meal. Even better, Kentucky residents receive special discounted rates. Plan your trip now at parks.ky.gov. parks.ky.gov.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The man charged with attempted murder after he's accused of firing multiple shots into another vehicle in Harrodsburg has already bonded out of jail. 33-year-old Darren Good was charged with attempted murder and DUI from this incident. It happened Friday when police were called by a random passerby that saw what happened and called 911. When police got there, they found Good holding the victim at gunpoint with that victim's vehicle riddled with 7 bullet holes. Good was arrested. However, WKYT reports that he's already made a $100,000 cash bond and is out of jail. He entered a not guilty plea, and law enforcement is looking for a motive, but haven't really found one yet. Good will be back in court on May 23rd for a preliminary hearing. You can begin in-person, no-excuse voting today in Kentucky. It starts today and goes through Saturday, where registered voters can vote in their party's primary early. In Mercer County, it's at the Mercer County Courthouse from 8 until 4:30. In Boyle County, at the showroom from 8 until 4. In Garrett County, at the clerk's office from 8 until 4. And in Lincoln County, at the clerk's office from 8 until 4. Again, those times are for early, in-person, no-excuse voting, which will be done Thursday through Saturday. If you want to vote the old-fashioned way on Election Day itself, that'll be done Tuesday, May 21st, at polling locations across your specific county. Mercer County Senior High School graduation is set for Saturday, and if you're going, Mercer County Schools has released information on this. Doors open for the graduation at 5:30 that night, with the ceremony itself at 7 o'clock. The first 2 rows in the bleachers will be reserved for handicap seating, along with chairs at the rear of the gym. Seniors are asked to enter the campus using the entrance near the digital sign and park at the rear of the school. And seniors are also asked to report to their classroom by 6 o'clock that night. 2 people in Lincoln County have been found dead, and now it's under investigation. The Lincoln County coroner tells WKYT that 2 adults were found dead yesterday at a home on Water Cemetery Road in Kings Mountain. The investigation started after a neighbor said he noticed the cars hadn't been moved in several days. When he opened the door, he said he noticed an odor and found a woman dead in the living room. The neighbor then found a man dead in the bathroom in that house. The sheriff's office is investigating. I'm Joe Mathis.
TG Kentucky is engineer openings that offers a full benefit package including new competitive pay scale, 401k, medical, dental, vision, and prescription coverage, and 2 weeks vacation time. You begin accruing on your hire date. TG is one of the largest employers in Central Kentucky. Their plastic and rubber technologies contribute to safer, more comfortable, and environmentally friendly vehicles. Apply now at work4tg.com. That's work4tg.com. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. TG Kentucky is just minutes away on Main Street in Lebanon. TG Kentucky, always working to achieve the highest quality standards.
Hey, I'm Jackie, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the chicken. It is golden brown, so juicy, so delicious. It's the perfect savory start to my day.
Hey, I'm Matt, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the freshly baked, flaky, buttery biscuit. When I take a bite, it's kind of like, crispy, soft, crispy. Crispy outside, soft interior, crispy chicken. There's really nothing like it.
Start your day with the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit, available on the Chick-fil-A app. Real Chick-fil-A guests paid for their testimonials.
This is Randy Gipp Graham. If you want to start your weekend off in a winning way, propelling you into a new work week, then join with our team every Saturday morning at 7 o'clock on the Kentucky Power Hour. Sure, we talk current events, politics, a little sports, and a lot about leadership, but with you, the listener, in mind. So start your day off in a winning way. Right here on the Happy Station, WHIR.
The Kentucky Power Hour on AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right then, Jackie boy, it's brought to you by our friends over at ADA Heated and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is always on the way. Call them 859-519-6382. That's how you get in touch with ADA Heating and Air. Cloudy skies today. Right now, at least. Sunshine later. Still have that fog lingering around here. A high of 78. Low tonight, 61. Tomorrow, showers, thunderstorms are possible. High of 74. Rain showers Friday night into Saturday. Saturday night as well is rainy. Sunday, mostly sunny and 80. 7:38 in the morning. 61 degrees on this 16th day of May. Tyler Miller is on the telephone. Good morning, Tyler. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good, Joe. What is today your anniversary? It was this week.
Yes, today is. Yes, today's my anniversary.
Well, happy anniversary to you guys.
Thank you for that, Tyler. 9 years today.
Wonderful.
So appreciate that, yeah. Tyler's on here for the County Agent's Corner, giving us a message brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
And here's Tyler Miller.
And here it is, May 16th. And it's Joe's anniversary. And it's my little boy's birthday. And we're going to talk about planting corn.
There you go.
Corn should be planted at 1.5 to 2 inches deep for most Kentucky soils. Corn should not be planted really any less than 1.5 inches. In soils with higher sand content, corn could be planted as deep as 3 inches, but not any deeper. Uniformity of depth greatly influences the uniformity of emergence. Now, several studies have showed that corn plants germinate a day or two after all the others. They will become basically weeds, not producing much seed of its own and even maybe limiting seed production of the neighboring plants. While much attention is given to uniform spacing, uniform depth may be more important than that of uniform spacing. Setting depth is a balance between having enough force going down to cut the furrow and not so much as to where you're getting too deep. And that is your County Agent's Corner. God bless.
That's a quick one. Tyler Miller, Lincoln County Extension Office, in this morning's County Agent's Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. All right, Tyler, before you go, I've got some random facts that you may not know, but I want you to know, so I'm going to let you know. Tyler, are you ready?
I'm ready to hear.
All right, here we go. Fact number one, Tyler. In 2005, 20.9, about 21% of Americans smoked cigarettes. That's roughly about 21 in 100 people. Now, it's 11.5%, or less than 12 in 100 people. That breaks down as 13.1% of men, 10.1% of women that smoke cigarettes.
Wow.
Yeah. Number two, Nepal is the only country with a flag that's not rectangle. It's two overlapping triangles for the flag of Nepal. Mm-hmm. Number three, Easter Island got its name because a Dutch explorer landed there on Easter Sunday in 1722.
Wow.
Yeah, which is interesting. You know, this is, we don't know who it was. I mean, I guess we do know who it was. I don't know who it was that discovered this island because he didn't name it after himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was Smith Island, then we know it was such and such Smith, but he named it after the day he landed on the island. He must have had no ego whatsoever, Tyler. He's like, look, today's Easter Sunday, so we're going to name this after Easter. It's Easter Island. So now we have to look up who discovered Easter Island instead of just knowing it because he didn't name it after himself. And number four, there are 7 countries in Europe that are smaller than Rhode Island. 7 countries smaller than Rhode Island. Vatican City, Monaco, San Marino, Liechtenstein, Malta, Andorra, and Luxembourg are all smaller. The 7 countries smaller than Rhode Island that are in Europe.
I've heard of some of those, yeah. That's crazy, though.
There you go. Tyler Miller, Lincoln County Extension Office, and this morning's County Agent's Corner. Tyler, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning to round out the week, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, Tyler. Yes, sir. Talk to you later. Bye. That's Tyler Miller, Lincoln County Extension Office. We've got Mimi Becker coming on here next, giving us an update from the Danville-Boyle County Arts Commission. Probably have enough time to go out west to Hollywood as well, see what's going on with our celebrity friends out there. Coming up next, 60 degrees, misty and foggy morning.
A healthy weight, more energy, and smooth, regular bowel movements. 3 things everyone strives for.
It's me, Chuck Norris. There's one really important thing we don't talk about enough: our health. Achy joints, digestive issues, weight gain, and fatigue. We're told these are normal signs of aging. So working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick.
Morning Kick is a revolutionary formula combining 10 different supplements in one. Probiotics that help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and several of the most powerful anti-aging supplements on Earth. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, focused, and help manage stress.
Anybody can achieve great health regardless of their age.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com. Use code GREEN or text GREEN to 511-511 and claim 40% off today.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee.
Text GREEN to 511-511. Morning Kick.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Message and data rates may apply. Paid for by Roundhouse Provisions.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The PGA Championship tees off today at Valhalla Golf Club in Louisville. World number 1 Scotty Scheffler is looking for his 3rd straight win on the tour, as is Rory McIlroy. Officials are holding their breath because of the weather. Kentucky head basketball coach Mark Pope's keeping the recruiting trails hot. He has 10 players coming in with 3 more spots available. And those are going to be dependent upon what happens to some of those players trying to get ready for the NBA. In the NBA conference semifinals last night, Boston eliminated Cleveland 113-98 and heads to the East Finals. Dallas knocked off Oklahoma City 104-92 to take a 3-2 lead in the West. Hometown Radio has a high school baseball game scheduled this evening as Mercer County hosts Dunbar. First pitch is set for 6 between the Titans and the Bulldogs on WHBN FM 99.5 and streaming at hometownlive.net. Another tough loss for Cincinnati yesterday as they fell to Arizona 2-1. The Reds head to Los Angeles to play the Dodgers in the first of 4 games tonight. Giants beat the Dodgers last night 4-1. Elsewhere, it was the Cubs 7, Braves 2. Rangers 4, Guardians nothing, Brewers 10, Pirates 2, Angels 7, Cardinals 2, and Yankees 4, Twins nothing. Other American League winners were the Astros, Mariners, Orioles, Rays, and White Sox. Other NL winners were the Marlins, Phillies, and the Rockies. The Kentucky men's tennis team is in Stillwater, Oklahoma for the quarterfinals of the NCAA tournament. UK, ranked 5th, plays number 4 TCU today. It's the 3rd straight year in the Elite 8 for UK. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Hi, this is Karen, and at ADA Heating and Air, we offer free estimates on replacements. We install American Standard heating and air conditioning equipment. Our employees do not work on commission, so you don't pay for unnecessary repairs. We offer the best pricing around. On average, we can save you 15%. We offer same or next day service. Financing is available on our website at adaheatingandair.com. Call ADA today for all your HVAC needs at 859-519-6382. ADA is on the way.
I went to Rod Hatfield Chevrolet and they had me
driving in my car, going very far, down the street in my car.
If you want to ride, go to RodHatfieldChevy.com. Rod Hatfield Chevrolet, Lexington, Kentucky.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right then, Jackie boy, it's brought to you by our friends at ADA Heating and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is always on the way. Call them 859-519-6382. They provide 24-hour emergency service for residential and commercial customers. Sunshine, a high of 78, low tonight 61. Scattered showers, thunderstorms tomorrow, high of 74. Saturday rain showers 75. Sunday, sunny and 80. It's 7:47 in the morning right now. 60 degrees on this Thursday, May the 16th. And a phone number to call in this morning, 238-WHIR. That's 238-9447. As we are going out west and seeing what's going on in Hollywood, the world of weird, the showbiz segment, celebrity news, coming your way right now. All right, let's see what's going on. Starting, first of all, here we go. The first story about J-Lo and Ben Affleck divorcing. Earlier this week, J-Lo was spotted house hunting with Ben Affleck, so it's not the least bit surprising that we're now getting breakup stories. In Touch Weekly says Ben has moved out of their home, and they're, quote, headed for divorce. A source says, quote, he's focused on his work and his kids now, and they'll likely have to sell the dream house they spent 2 years searching for. Supposedly a big bone of contention for them is that Jennifer loves the spotlight, and Ben is not much of a spotlight person. The source says, quote, they're both saying they're matured and learning from their mistakes, but some of the bigger issues that tore them apart the first time have remained the same. Interesting. Here's some not good news. Magician David Copperfield has been accused of sexual misconduct by 16 women. Some of the accusations include drugging 3 women before having sexual relations, groping, forcing women to touch him during live performances. Half of the claims are from women who say they were under 18 at the time, and the encounters range from the late 80s to 2014. Copperfield denies any sort of wrongdoing of any kind. His lawyers say he, quote, never acted inappropriately with anyone, let alone anyone underage. The accusations are not only completely false, but also entirely implausible. He's been accused of sexual misconduct in the past, which he has declined in the past as well. And Angie Harmon is suing the Instacart driver who shot and killed her dogs over Easter weekend. Christopher Anthony Reed was questioned by police, but never charged with anything. He claims the dog attacked him, and he shot it in self-defense. Harmon is suing Reed for trespassing, invasion of privacy, wrongful conversion of personal property, the dog, and other offenses as well. She's suing Instacart for negligent hiring, supervision and retention, and negligent misrepresentation. Now, Instacart has issued a statement saying, quote, our hearts continue to be with Miss Harmon and her family following this disturbing incident. While we cannot comment on pending litigation, we have no tolerance for violence of any kind, and the shopper account has been permanently deactivated from our platform. Angie Harmon is suing Instacart because one of the drivers killed her dog. J-Lo and Ben Affleck divorcing. David Copperfield accused of sexual misconduct by 16 women. That's what's going on out west in Hollywood. The showbiz segment, celebrity news. All right, 7:50 in the morning. Hey, Joe Nichols is coming to Renfro Valley tomorrow for a show. Multi-platinum selling artist Joe Nichols, one of country music's most lauded recording artists. He has a half a dozen #1 singles, 10 other top 10 hits with a sound that blurs between country's music's past and present. You may know Joe Nichols, some of his songs, Tequila Makes Her Clothes Fall Off, Sunny and 75, and this one right here, Broken Heartsville.
Before I turned around, that girl was gone.
Joe Nichols coming to Renfro Valley tomorrow night, and we've got tickets for it. Doors open at 7. The show is at 8 o'clock. If you want a pair of tickets to see Joe Nichols.
Here's to the past, they can kiss my glass.
Hey! Yeah, glass is what he said. Joe Nichols coming to Renfro Valley. You want to go? 238-WHIR. 238-9447. I'll keep the phone lines open for you through this next commercial break. Give you a chance to call in and win Joe Nichols tickets coming to Renfro Valley tomorrow night. 8 o'clock is the showtime. If you've never been to Renfro, you got to go. Great place to catch a show. Joe Nichols going to be there tomorrow night. Call in. I got 2 tickets for you. First caller.
Time to kill down in Broken Heartsville.
beware. No matter what you're in the market for, it's buyer beware. This is Lauren from B&L Jewelers. Every day we see people come into B&L Jewelers and want us to look at the great deal they got online or at a discount jewelry store. Usually, the item they bought is not really what they thought they were getting, which leads to disappointment.
Love gets better with B&L Jewelers.
Here at B&L Jewelers, we try to educate you on the diamond you are buying. So when you give the gift of love, you have all the confidence of your decision to buy from B&L Jewelers was the correct one. We back up all of our jewelry with a lifetime guarantee and a trade-up policy, which you will receive full credit of the purchase price for your diamond in the future. As always, we offer special financing and 6 months free layaway. Come and see us here at B&L Jewelers today in the Danville Manor Shopping Center.
Love gets better with B&L Jewelers.
Every turn is a total rush and a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
There's no better time to experience the new 2024 Kia Telluride, just $399 down and $399 a month. Or the 2024 Seltos, just $249 down and $249 a month. And save even more on our scratch and dent storm damaged cars.
Experience the rush with confidence in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
2024 Kia Telluride, $399 per month, $2457 due assign. 2024 Kia Seltos, $249 per month, $1384 due assign, 36 months lease, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, doc, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer and adoption. See dealer for details. Offer expires May 31st, 2024.
Now available at Farmers National Bank, free checking and a free gift. Simply open a new Farmers National Bank personal or business checking account and receive a free gift. Minimum required deposit is only $50. We make the process fast and easy. Call 866-888-0220 or stop into one of our 12 convenient locations. Farmers National Bank, with locations in Danville, Bergen, Harrodsburg, Junction City, Lancaster, Perryville, Stanford, Liberty, and Middleburg. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
It's 7:54 in the morning, Thursday, the 16th day of May. Coming up at the 8 o'clock hour, 8:10, we're talking with Jenny Patrick Smith, local author, who's going to be on the show. And we'll talk with her at 8:10. Going to be a busy 8 o'clock in the morning hour. 8:20, we're going to have Randy Graham and Randyisms, the thoughts of Randy Graham and Randy Graham's thoughts. James the Gardener is on here at 8:40 this morning. In the 9 o'clock hour, at 9:10, we have the Boyle County Republican Party. That segment paid for by Boyle County Republican Party. And we'll have Brian State and Tom Tye in studio with us this morning, just talking about the upcoming election. There's not a lot on the ballot for Tuesday. There just isn't. Right, like Democrats going to the poll Tuesday, you get to vote for the presidential primary that's already been decided, and that's it. Republicans, same thing, presidential primary, but they also have the Commonwealth attorney seat as well. So we'll talk a little bit about that with Tom Tye and Brian Stay, and talk about some of the polling numbers and things like that, some of the registration numbers that we have in from the Secretary of State. So they'll be on here at 9:10. 9:35, Morning Point Senior Living Center and the Lantern Alzheimer's Care Unit will join us this morning at 9:35. So that's how we have the rest of the show looking for the rest of this morning. 238-WHIR, phone number to call in this morning. That's 238-9447. We had an attempted world record recently. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out. We'll talk about it right now.
Chase him down and pull off a shocker here. Here comes Lezak. Unbelievable at the end. He's done it. Oh, look at the time. 9:58 world record. You believe in miracles? Yes. Unbelievable.
The world record for largest gathering of people dressed as dinosaurs was absolutely shattered at an event in Canada last month. But sadly, it won't count, because too many dinosaurs showed up. On April the 27th, thousands of Canadians in T-Rex costumes descended on the small town of Drumheller, Canada, about 70 miles northeast of Calgary, Canada. The Tourism Board organized this, trying to beat the fairly lame record of 252 dinosaurs in the same place set in Los Angeles back in 2019. They estimate that up to 6,000 T-Rexes were there, but that's the problem. They only got an estimate because they weren't prepared to count that many people. They had too many show up. They didn't count them all. The official count was done by handing out wristbands, but they only had 3,000 of them. That would have been fine, and they could have settled for that number, but a bunch of T-Rexes with wristbands were seen leaving the event too early. To break the record, they needed to all stay in one spot for a full minute, and that didn't happen. The tourism board announced the sad news on Facebook, but said don't worry. They're going to make this an annual thing and say they'll be fully prepared next year. It was an attempted world record. They probably and did break the world record, but it won't count as a world record because too many T-Rexes showed up. What a way to lose the record. You all did too good of a job. You all broke the record so good that we can't give it to you. That happened in Canada recently. Hey, let's real quickly go into Melton's Deli in Danville, grabbing ourselves a sandwich for lunch a little bit later on this afternoon. How about we go with the French dip? You can get that one on the East Main branch location across from the post office. The French dip sandwich, thinly shaved lean roast beef with provolone cheese, served in a toasted 6-inch sub-sandwich bun with a side of au jus dipping sauce as well. The French dip sandwich, $7.99. Tell them you heard it this morning on the Joe Show. You can get it at Melton's Deli number 1 and Melton's Deli number 2. I'm sorry, only at Melton's Deli number 1. The French dip sandwich, I believe, is just a Melton's 1 exclusive. Someone tell me if I'm wrong, and I will certainly correct myself. I've been wrong before a handful of times. All of those times, incidentally enough, have been since I've been married. That's when I started becoming a lot more wrong. The French dip sandwich, I believe it's only at Melton's 1, $7.99 for it. You can get it at Melton's Deli on East Main across from the post office. Hey, still got some tickets available for Joe Nichols. We'll also, coming up here over the next few days, probably tomorrow and Monday, have some tickets to give out to Shrek the Musical, which is coming to EKU Center for the Arts. And we have quite a few of those. We're actually going to be giving those out in 4-packs, I've been told. So, if you want to go see Shrek the Musical beginning probably tomorrow on the show, we'll have a chance for you to win those tickets to EKU Center for the Arts performance on Tuesday night, election night, May 21st, is when they'll be at EKU Center for the Arts. Hey, we're halfway home, 8 o'clock in the morning. Jenny Patrick Smith is coming up here at 8:10, local author here in 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Here's Top Hour News.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 8 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Former President Trump's ex-lawyer Michael Cohen is expected to be back on the stand today when Trump's criminal hush money trial resumes in Manhattan. More from Mark Mayfield.
Cohen faced a tough cross-examination on Tuesday. He told the jury the former president orchestrated the scheme to falsify business records and hide the $130,000 payment made to adult film actress Stormy Daniels. The defense tried to portray Cohen as a liar who is a convicted and disbarred lawyer who lied to Congress. Former President Trump denies any wrongdoing. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Police in riot gear have cleared pro-Palestinian protesters from the campus of UC Irvine. Dozens of protesters on Wednesday occupied a building at the university near Los Angeles. The LA Times says about 200 police officers moved in on the crowd, made numerous arrests, and took down their tents. The CEO of Jimmy Carter's nonprofit says the former president is doing fine. Carter Center CEO Paige Alexander was asked about his condition on Wednesday after Carter's grandson said the oldest living president was coming to the end. Alexander said, however, that there's been no major change in Carter's condition and that the 99-year-old was at home enjoying peanut butter ice cream. Wells Fargo is facing legal action in connection to an alleged Ponzi scheme. More from Brian Shook.
A lawsuit was filed in Florida's Palm Beach County last week accusing the bank of aiding and abetting in a $300 million scam that impacted more than 1,000 victims. Authorities say the victims were told they were buying securities backed by life insurance policies operated by Seaman Holes in Boca Raton. The case claims Wells Fargo failed to stop the operation while the suspects diverted funds from bank accounts within the company in 2021.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma.
I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Despite some rainy weather and protesters, NYU officials say Wednesday's graduation ceremony went off without a hitch at Yankee Stadium. Kristen Marks reports.
22,000 grads donned in purple along with their loved ones crowded into the stadium.
It is my great honor and joy.
Some students turned their backs on President Linda Mills as she spoke while others walked out. Mills has received backlash for calling in the NYPD to clear out an anti-Israel campus encampment, which resulted in more than 100 arrests. There was also a rally outside. However, any disruption was minor and the ceremony remained a joyous occasion.
Just so happy. This has been my dream. NYU is just always a dream.
A pistol that belonged to Al Capone is up for auction in Greenville, South Carolina this weekend. Richmond Auctions is holding the auction for the firearm known as the Sweetheart on Saturday. Richmond Auctions says it was Capone's favorite gun and the one he used as a concealed carry. Pre-auction estimated value is between $2 to $3 million.
They not like us. They not like us.
It seems Kendrick Lamar is taking the victory in the rap beef battle with rival rapper Drake. That's at least according to the numbers. The Compton rapper has dominated the Billboard Hot 100 over his Canadian counterpart, with Kendrick's diss track Not Like Us debuting at #1 this week. The song is proving to be the most popular out of all the tracks released in the feud, as it's become a viral sensation in social media videos. Kendrick also took the reins on Spotify's U.S. Top 10 with 4 songs, while Drake's Family Matters was the only one to crack the list. According to U.S. streaming data company Luminate, streams for Lamar's entire catalog were up around 150% compared to just 16% for Drake. Michael Kastner, NBC News.
Danville Deal Maker, Bob Allen.
New Rams cost less at Bob Allen Motor Mall. It's Ram season, and now's the time to shop and save at Bob Allen's selection of new Ram 2500 and 3500 HD trucks. Choose from over 160 in stock. Bob Allen, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com. We are your heavy-duty truck headquarters.
Electricity helps keep our modern lifestyle going. But if the electrical system in your house is outdated, you may be headed for trouble. Watch for these symptoms of electrical problems: replacing fuses or resetting circuit breakers frequently, switch plates, outlet covers, cords, or plugs that are warm, cut, broken, or cracked insulation on electrical wiring. If these symptoms are present, you need a safety inspection by a licensed inspector. To learn more, talk to your electric cooperative.
And that's Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or 2 or 3 or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday, from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
Good morning to you folks. It's Thursday. It's the 16th day of May. It's 60 degrees at 8:06 in the morning. Forecast is coming your way. News comes up here first.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
The man charged with attempted murder after he's accused of firing multiple shots into another vehicle in Harrodsburg has already bonded out of jail. 33-year-old Darren Good was charged with attempted murder and DUI from this incident. It happened Friday when police were called by a random passerby that saw what happened and called 911. When police got there, they found Good holding the victim at gunpoint with that victim's vehicle riddled with 7 bullet holes. Good was arrested. However, WKYT reports that he's already made a $100,000 cash bond and is out of jail. He entered a not guilty plea, and law enforcement is looking for a motive, but haven't really found one yet. Good will be back in court on May 23rd for a preliminary hearing. You can begin in-person, no-excuse voting today in Kentucky. It starts today and goes through Saturday, where registered voters can vote in their party's primary early. In Mercer County, it's at the Mercer County Courthouse from 8 until 4:30. In Boyle County, at the showroom from 8 until 4. In Garrett County, at the clerk's office from 8 until 4. And in Lincoln County, at the clerk's office from 8 until 4. Again, those times are for early, in-person, no-excuse voting, which will be done Thursday through Saturday. If you want to vote the old-fashioned way at Election Day itself, that'll be done Tuesday, May 21st, at polling locations across your specific county. Mercer County Senior High School graduation is set for Saturday, and if you're going, Mercer County Schools has released information on this. Doors open for the graduation at 5:30 that night, with the ceremony itself at 7 o'clock. The first 2 rows in the bleachers will be reserved for handicap seating, along with chairs at the rear of the gym. Seniors are asked to enter the campus using the entrance near the digital sign and park at the rear of the school, and seniors are also asked to report to their classroom by 6 o'clock that night. 2 people in Lincoln County have been found dead, and now it's under investigation. The Lincoln County coroner tells WKYT that 2 adults were found dead yesterday at a home on Water Cemetery Road in Kings Mountain. The investigation started after a neighbor said he noticed the cars hadn't been moved in several days. When he opened the door, he said he noticed an odor and found a woman dead in the living room. The neighbor then found a man dead in the bathroom in that house. The sheriff's office is investigating. I'm Joe Mathis.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
A healthy weight, more energy, and smooth, regular bowel movements. 3 things everyone strives for.
It's me, Chuck Norris. There's one really important thing we don't talk about enough: our health. Achy joints, digestive issues, weight gain, and fatigue. We are told these are normal signs of aging. So working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick.
Morning Kick is a revolutionary formula combining 10 different supplements in one. Probiotics that help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and several of the most powerful anti-aging supplements on earth. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, focused, and help manage stress.
Anybody can achieve great health regardless of their age.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com. Use code GREEN or text GREEN to 511-511 and claim 40% off today.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee.
Text GREEN to 511-511. Morning Kick.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Message and data rates may apply. Paid for by Roundhouse Provisions.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Hey there, Jack. It's brought to you by our friends over at Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet in Harrodsburg. They specialize in discount waterproof vinyl flooring, hardwood, tile, and carpet remnants. Shop and save on all types of floor coverings. Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet, Harrodsburg, 540 North College Street. Sunshine, a high of 78, low tonight 61. Should be a great day for us. Tomorrow's a little bit different. An inch of rain in the forecast for tomorrow, a high of 75. Saturday, another inch possible. Sunday, back out with the sunshine and a high of 80. Right now, it's 8:11 in the morning. It's 61 degrees, and we are happy to have in studio Jenny Patrick Smith, who was a local author from the Danville, Boyle County area, and glad to have her in studio this morning. Good morning, Jenny. How are you?
Good morning, Joe. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, appreciate you being on here this morning. And Jenny, first of all, tell us, introduce yourself to our audience. Tell us where you're from, who you are, kind of your background in this area. We know you're from this area, so give us kind of the Jenny Patrick Smith story.
Well, I'm from Central Kentucky. I was born in Frankfort and spent, the first few years there, and then I moved to Danville and graduated from Danville High School.
There you go.
A long time ago.
Okay.
We won't talk about how long, but so I have lots of friends and family here, and I've been living all over the country for a while, but I just moved back to Danville last month.
Awesome. Well, welcome back home then.
Thank you.
Glad to have you back home. How'd you get into writing? At what point in your life did becoming an author, is that always a dream, even for you as a little girl, or at what point did you find that hobby?
You know, a lot of writers will tell you they wanted to write when they were, in kindergarten or whatever, and no. My goal was to be a lawyer, but I got married early, started having children, so the world was saved from yet another lawyer, and I went into the corporate world. So I did that for 20 years, ended up as a director of human resource systems at Lexmark, and then I sold my first novel. And
awesome.
Fell in love with the process, and the rest is history.
So what's it like writing your first novel? I would assume it's almost like a musician releasing their first song and hoping people want to hear it and hoping people want to listen to it. In your case, hoping people want to read it. You sold your first novel, and you almost like kind of a monkey off your back type thing, like I've done it, I've written a book, and people are buying it.
Yes, you hope people buy it, somebody other than your mother, but I wrote for a long time before I sold the first novel, kind of a closet writer. I collected 147 rejection letters before my first acceptance. And my first acceptance was a novel, and I'd been writing short stories. So, it was so cool. It was like, and this is back, they actually gave me a phone call and said, yes, we'd like to give you a contract. And I danced around the office and danced up and down the street and told everybody I knew, and it was a small publisher, but it did okay and kind of launched a career.
So what was your first novel?
The first novel was it was called Just As I Am, and it was in the vein of chick lit. So think Bridget Jones' Diary, kind of. It came out in 2006. I got the contract in 2005. So at that point, the chick lit genre was getting going. So it's kind of smart and sassy, written first person from the perspective of a girl with multiple facial jewelry and purple hair who becomes a Christian in her mama's little Central Kentucky church.
Okay.
And, she doesn't dye her hair. She doesn't take her jewelry out because changes happen on the inside. So it was very definitely Christian fiction and funny.
Awesome
really
stuff.
Funny.
So now here we are in 2024. You said that happened in 2006?
Yeah.
So 18 years later, how many books have you written now?
My 50th came out last year. 51 is coming out at the end of next month.
So are you working on multiple books at the same time, or do you finish one and then go on to the next?
It's kind of a scatter approach. I finish one, but whenever I finish one, I usually have 2 or 3 that are contracted that are coming up. I can't do 2 things at once because I totally get into character. So I am living in this world with these made up people, and so as soon as I put that one down, I'll send that off to that editor and then pick up the one that has, a looming deadline coming up soon and enter a new world.
Yes. So when you're writing a book, do you know from the point that you start writing how it's going to end? Or are you, as you're writing, maybe you think you know how it's going to end, then you got other ideas pop in your head, and then how do you decipher those between, let's use these ideas for this book, or that might be an idea for a future book I'm working on? Because I feel like as an author, you're always constantly thinking, you've got a ton of ideas, and how do you hone that down on a paper and go from the start to the finish and know how you're going to finish?
Well, it's really funny because I write in multiple genres. So, like I've said, I've written chick lit, I've written humorous, contemporary, stories, and women's fiction. So, some romance stuff. I love romance. And then science fiction. But, a lot of what I've done is mysteries and romantic suspense. I cannot write a mystery without a plot because I don't know how. Some people really do that and they're really good at it, but I have to know what's going to happen. I have to know who done it.
Yes.
And where am I going to lay trails? Where am I going to put a rabbit trail? Where am I going to drop a clue? So, and I write very logically from beginning to end. I write on a timeline just as a reader would read it. So I don't write the ending and then go back and write the middle. I write chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. And with a mystery, I know exactly what's coming.
Yes.
With the other kind of books, the other styles, and I've done biblical fiction, like set in the ancient past. I've done, like I said, women's fiction. Sometimes I will get into it and have no idea where this story's going. It's built around a character or something. And I get involved in the character. And okay, yes, a writer's mind is always going, but I'm telling you, these people I write about, they pop up and tell me what they want to do next. I'm not kidding. Yeah, writers are a little bit nuts.
Yes.
We are, but yeah, and then I'll have to make a note. Oh, don't forget to go back and add this to make this in chapter 47 look like it really was supposed to happen, right?
Wow.
So yeah.
Well, you write fiction.
I do.
So how much research goes into writing a book about a story that maybe isn't necessarily true, or maybe it's kind of based on some things that you've lived or you've seen, but you're changing character names? How much research? Because you're not just sitting down and writing a book without any sort of background information on the subject.
You are absolutely right. You know, I read a book once, and it was set in Lexington, and they had Nicholasville Road intersecting with Harrodsburg Road, and I'm like, this author, and they called New Circle Road, they called State Road 4. I'm like, they've never been
to
there.
Lexington.
They've never been to Lexington. Couldn't finish the book. I am a firm believer in research. Yeah, fiction is making stuff up, but it has to have a basis in reality. So I'm telling you, I research my books thoroughly. Some of the best research projects I've done. I wrote a book once that was set in a zoo, so I went and worked as a zookeeper's helper.
The Zookeeper's Daughter?
The Zookeeper's Daughter, yes. I loved, and it was fun. I got to, feed animals and take care of animals and learn how to transition them, and I cleaned up a lot of animal poop, because that's what you do when you're a zookeeper. Yeah, that was fun. I'm a scuba diver, and I always wanted to write a scuba diving mystery, so I set one in Key West and Cozumel. Naturally, I had to go to Key West and Cozumel, right? Yeah, it was great.
Gives you a good excuse to go on vacation, doesn't it?
That's exactly right. So I really do try to research. I try to visit every place that I'm going to write about. It doesn't always work out. I had a biblical fiction that came out a couple of years ago set in Zarephath, which is, in the Bible, it was back in 1 Kings. It was the prophet Elijah. It's a ruin now, and there's not even a ruin there. It was just land. But the University of Pennsylvania did an excavation of Zarephath back in the 1970s, so I got hold of that excavation report and read that. Kind of dry reading, but the area started to come alive as I'm reading this stuff. So, yeah, I think it's really important to research, even though fiction is just making stuff up,
I've interviewed multiple musical artists. I don't know if I've ever interviewed an author before, and a question I like asking a musical artist, I'm going to ask you this. So I remember interviewing Crystal Gayle, and I said, Crystal, what is your favorite Crystal Gayle song? So let me ask Jenny Patrick Smith, out of the 50 books that you've written, what is Jenny Patrick Smith's favorite Jenny Patrick Smith book?
Well, and I'm sure she said the same thing. It's like asking me what's my favorite kid,
That may have been her exact answer.
Yeah, that's kind of an answer. And I love everyone I write. I really do. And the pat answer is whatever one I'm working on at the moment because, I'm in love with my characters. But when I look back, I wrote a book a few years ago called, this is a mouthful, The Most Famous Illegal Goose Creek Parade.
Okay.
And it is humorous, contemporary. It's set in small Kentucky town. I actually modeled it after Midway.
Okay.
And that actually has been my best-selling book so far. And it's just fun. It's just
awesome.
Small town Kentucky, quirky characters, an ensemble cast with a lot of people. It's the first in a series of 5, and it's really cool. When that book came out, it was Library Journal's top pick. It got a starred review in Library Journal, and I still have people writing to me saying, "Please write more Goose Creek."
So it's the most illegal Goose Creek Parade?
The most famous illegal Goose Creek Parade. Yeah.
Parade.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite author? Who do you draw inspiration from? Like when you were younger reading, or who are you reading right now?
Well, okay, I'm writing a book right now, and I do not read when I write because I tend to, insert myself into fiction. So if I insert myself into somebody else's fictional world, then mine starts looking like theirs, and I don't want to do that. I was raised on C.S. Lewis and the Narnia series.
Yes.
Honestly, fantasy has been my passion since I was a little girl. Unfortunately, that's not where my career has gone, although I have a fantasy novel that has done pretty well.
Okay.
And I have a couple of fantasy science fiction kind of things. But so C.S. Lewis really did inspire me. But now I love Mary Higgins Clark. I love mysteries. I love anything that has to do with cozy mysteries.
Okay.
I will read. I have a friend who writes knitting mysteries, Allie Pleiter, and I love hers. And I also like any books. Okay, cozy mysteries tend to have recipes in them. I know that sounds weird, but I've actually put recipes in some of my books, and people love them.
People cook the recipes in your books. Then.
Absolutely. And
Look at that.
when Parade came out, there's a lot of recipes in there, and some of them are Kentucky-based recipes. And I had a big launch party and made all the recipes and served it to the people. Loved it. They loved it.
People can meet you, Jenny. You're doing a book signing. You actually have 2 of them coming up real soon. Tell us when these are.
This Saturday, I will be at the Boyle County Library. I'm part of the Gene Penn Lane celebration of Kentucky writers, so I'll be there with a bunch of other writers, and it's writing and reading and selling and autographing books, and I do a reading at 3:15. Before I come on, though, I got to say Morris Manning, Danville resident, and he's a poet. Do you know he was a finalist for the Pulitzer? I have like this literary crush on Morris Manning, but he's right before me, and he comes and reads from his poetry, and he brings his guitar and his banjo, and he sings. So he's cool. And then I go on at 3:15, and then later this month, on May 30th, I will be at the Plaid Elephant in downtown Danville, and that's part of the Gallery Hop, which kicks off the brass band weekend.
Awesome stuff. We're with Jenny Patrick Smith, local author. Jenny, for people listening, where can they get your books? You said you just finished number 50, so if they want to read one of the 50, maybe they read one, they get hooked, they want to read the next one, that's the goal, right? So where can people get the Jenny Patrick Smith books?
Well, to start out, visit my website, which is virginiasmith.org.
Okay.
You can also follow me on Facebook, where I spend way too much time, jenny.p.smith. And the books are available anywhere. Amazon, local bookstores. I really support local bookstores.
Awesome.
So, and if they're not on the shelf, ask for them, because they can order them.
Jenny Patrick Smith, book signings coming up at the Boyle County Public Library as a part of the Gene Penn Lane event. That's on Saturday, and you're going on at 3 o'clock, is that right?
3:15.
3:15-ish or so?
But I'll be there from 12 o'clock on.
But come early, because you get to see Morris Manning before, and then you'll be able to see Jenny as well. And then the Gallery Hop, the Brass Band Festival weekend at Plaid Elephant Books. Jenny Patrick Smith, again, you can visit her website, virginiasmith.org. You can visit her on Facebook as well. Pick up her books. The most recent one you wrote is called what?
The most recent one is Deborah, a woman warrior story.
Okay, and what is that about? Give us a quick synopsis about that.
It's biblical fiction about the prophet Deborah. And then I have one coming up in June it's a mystery set in Ireland, and I am going to Ireland to launch that book.
Oh, nice. Yes. There you go. It's taking you all over the world.
It takes me all
You're
over
living the
world.
dream, aren't you?
I am living the dream.
Jenny Patrick Smith. Jenny, appreciate you being on. Good luck your upcoming events, and look forward to continuing to track you as you continue to release books in the future, okay?
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. 8:25 in the morning. We'll step aside, come back, and Randy Graham is coming on with us. Randyisms, the thoughts of Randy Graham and Randy Graham's thoughts right after this.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The PGA Championship tees off today at Valhalla Golf Club in Louisville. World number 1 Scotty Scheffler is looking for his 3rd straight win on the tour, as is Rory McIlroy. Officials are holding their breath because of the weather. Kentucky head basketball coach Mark Pope's keeping the recruiting trails hot. He has 10 players coming in with 3 more spots available, and those are going to be dependent upon what happens to some of those players trying to get ready for the NBA. In the NBA Conference semifinals last night, Boston eliminated Cleveland 113-98 and heads to the East Finals. Dallas knocked off Oklahoma City 104-92 to take a 3-2 lead in the West. Hometown Radio has a high school baseball game scheduled this evening as Mercer County hosts Dunbar. First pitch is set for 6 between the Titans and the Bulldogs on WHBN FM 99.5 and streaming at hometownlive.net. Another tough loss for Cincinnati yesterday as they fell to Arizona 2-1. The Reds head to Los Angeles to play the Dodgers in the first of 4 games tonight. Giants beat the Dodgers last night 4-1. Elsewhere, it was the Cubs 7, Braves 2. Rangers 4, Guardians nothing, Brewers 10, Pirates 2, Angels 7, Cardinals 2, and Yankees 4, Twins nothing. Other American League winners were the Astros, Mariners, Orioles, Rays, and White Sox. Other NL winners were the Marlins, Phillies, and the Rockies. The Kentucky men's tennis team is in Stillwater, Oklahoma for the quarterfinals of the NCAA tournament. UK, ranked 5th, plays number 4 TCU today. It's the 3rd straight year in the Elite Eight for UK. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Hi, folks. Mike Gay here. At Essity, we know that hygiene and health is the essence of well-being for every person at every stage of life. Essity is proud to be part of the Harrodsburg and Danville communities, providing good-paying jobs to our employees who make hand towels and tissue paper for people of all ages. If you'd like to join us, check out our website at ESSITY.com. That's Essity.com. ESSITY.com.
Hey, this is Hillary with the Boyle County Health Department. Are you tired of being controlled by smoking? It's your chance to break free and reclaim your life with freedom from smoking at the Boyle County Health Department. Our new Freedom from Smoking classes will begin June 3rd at the Boyle County Health Department at 5:30 p.m. This class is 100% free and will include free nicotine patches each week for 6 weeks. Call today to sign up at 859-236-2053 and begin your journey to a smoke-free life today.
Dunn's Barbecue and Catering, located in Harrodsburg, Kentucky. Here for your affordable catering needs. Ribs, chicken, brisket, as well as our famous pulled pork. All sides homemade. Available for weddings, company picnics, family reunions, or just an old-fashioned pig roast. So call 859-734-3675. That's 859-734-3675. Dunn's Catering and Barbecue. 859-734-3675. I'm Sid Dunn, like Uncle Herb always used to say. It's not barbecue until it's done.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Oh, you caught me at a bad time. Mouthful of Hardee's biscuit right now. Not only a Hardee's biscuit, it was the most massive biscuit that I've ever seen in my life. So my dad came in here and brought me a breakfast sandwich. And I went to pick up the bag, and I almost dropped the bag. It was so heavy. I'm like, good heavens, how many sandwiches are in here? It was just one, and it was like, I guess it was one of their monster biscuits. So it was like an omelet biscuit. It had an omelet, and it had sausage and ham and bacon and cheese on this biscuit. It's massive. And so I took the last bite, forgetting a weather forecast was coming up here. And so I had my mouth full of that biscuit, so that's why I missed the weather forecast. But it's brought to you by Howard Carpenter Flooring out in Harrisburg, 540 North College Street, specializing in discount waterproof vinyl flooring, hardwood tile, and carpet remnants. And I guess it's also brought to you by the Hardee's Monster Omelet Biscuit as well. Very good. Try it out. Sunshine today, 78's the high, 61 the low. Tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms, a high of 74. Saturday, showers and thunderstorms, and a high of 75. We are clear and looking good on Sunday. Right now, it's 8:30 in the morning, 60 degrees, and Randy Graham has his thoughts. The thoughts of Randy Graham. These are Randyism.
Good morning, Sir Joe and the Know, and what another great day it is to get up and get at 'em. Well, Joe, went to my granddaughter's awards day on Tuesday. End of the school year is always an exciting time for children, as well as a shared Tuesday as much as it is for parents or grandparents with proms and graduation. You know, Joe, when I was growing up in America, when America was more on top of education internationally, we didn't have awards day for elementary students. Did you know that? And if it was, not like today. But then neither do we have participation trophies for sports. if one elected to play some. Although there were some liberal communities, most up north, before then, for the most part, and before the 1960s, only a team might get a trophy for elementary school age. Yes, there is no I in the word team, albeit it was not quite as organized back then. But then in the 1960s, they started giving all tournament, all league, all stars to elementary school kids. I remember dear old Dad at the time thinking it was rather silly to give such awards to elementary school age children, because it could cause them to focus on the wrong lesson regarding teamwork. But then Dad was raised as part of what we now know as the greatest generation, because it can easily become a popularity contest when adults are making the decisions. Because when people are making the decisions, they're subject to error. And as a result, no one should ever take such designations too much to heart. Of course, I'm not talking about someone's academic grade point average, which can be judged by their work ethic and attitude. And some listening might say, well, man, your dad just didn't understand enough about athletics. No, he was a high school and college basketball coach. He played college, captained the basketball teams at Cumberland and Georgetown College, even making all conference, which I wasn't even aware of until a couple of years ago. Well, maybe your dad didn't have enough understanding of academics in public education. No, he was a professor as well as my history teacher and basketball coach at good old Boyle County High School. Rebels, R-E-B-E-L-S, Rebels, as well as working for the Department of Education in Frankfort, retiring there before becoming a state representative for the Frankfort area and serving on the House Education Committee. Well, he was just jealous because his children didn't get all tourney awards. No, we actually did. He just thought it was rather silly at such a young age to be selecting young children to all-star teams, all tournament. Perhaps because he knew in part that at that age it was too early to know who was going to be the star. And if you don't believe it, just look how many kids starting in recreation leagues today, how many are still playing by the time they're seniors. No, he just figured it's better at the elementary age to focus on fundamentals and teamwork and not focusing on personal accolades. And you know, Joe, I've come to believe that Dad was 100% right on target. I mean, the participation trophy generation has come of age, and it seems everyone now gets an award, which I guess is the way it should be if you're going to parade the entire class in front of parents. But some of the awards created so a child can get recognized. Well, you're just upset that your granddaughter didn't get the award she wanted. No, she got higher-ranking awards, just like last year being elected by the classmates to receive the Leadership Award. But when teachers determine who will be getting some of the awards and not just on a point structure, and then be recognized in front of the entire group, personalities and preferences come into play. It comes back to the understanding what dear old Dad was talking about. Because you see, George's best friend, who has a speech impediment, was not going to receive an award. And as a result, she did not go to school that day to avoid the award's day recognition. Well, she should understand that's a good life lesson, that there's winners and losers. Maybe, but here's the point. This child went to school all year long, with just like the rest of the children, and received a passing grade. But even at the second grade age, those children knew the difference in understanding regarding certain awards. And that age, their minds are too young to understand that when human beings determine the outcome on certain awards, they are subject to error. And why at that age, just like Dad felt about all tournament and all-star teams in the 1960s, having such awards become almost silly because it sends the wrong message. Why not just let them go to school and take home a certificate? And their reward is summer vacation and passing into the next grade. That was our reward in another place and time. You know what, in elementary school, Joe, none of us were ever singled out on awards day or even had a graduation until our senior year in high school. And my award was most school spirit. And others received the appropriate awards. But just another place and time. And now the participation trophy has been given over the years so often now that that generation is starting to take hold and in part in charge of our educational system. Oh, but Graham, that's such a little thing. Yeah, maybe a little thing in the big realm of things. But so often it's the little things in life that make the difference between failure and success, isn't it? Just like our greatest strength in life can also be our greatest weakness. Follow along with me on this riddle. Because of the nail, the shoe was lost. Because of the shoe, the horse was lost. Because of the horse, the general was lost. Because of the general, the battle was lost. Because of the battle, the war was lost. Because of the war, the country was lost. And because of the country, freedom was lost. Now, in that scenario, which loss was most important? Some may say the general because it led to the downward effect with the loss of the battle. But couldn't it as well been the nail and the blacksmith's failure to seeing the job through? Wasn't it really a combination of them all? Yeah, but the nail's such a little thing. Yeah, so often it's the little things that make the difference between failure and success in life. Because the little thing of a participation trophy and everyone getting an award just leads to an entitlement mentality. If you don't believe it, look at what's happening on some of the college campuses today. But as well can lead to miscommunication, as well as a wrong message for some young minds too young to understand what's really happening. Ah, well, Joe, it's just a wish. And you know about wishes. I mean, you wish in one hand and urinate in the other and see which one fills up the fastest. But talking participation trophies, did you see where Joe Biden has tripped over laid down the gauntlet in asking Trump to participate in 2 presidential debates? I mean, he even videotaped the challenge. Got it right here. Doggone it, Joe, wrong recording. Well, maybe it's the appropriate recording. No, seriously, here it is.
Donald Trump lost 2 debates to me in 2020. Since then, he hadn't shown up for debate. Now he's acting like he wants to debate me again. Well, make my day, pal. I'll even do it twice. So let's pick the dates, Donald. I hear you're free on Wednesdays.
Make my day, pal? Can't make this stuff up. Yeah, Biden laid down the gauntlet, and Trump picked it up and responded with the following, and I quote, "It is my great honor to accept the CNN debate against crooked Joe Biden," as he posted on his Truth Social site. Of course, whatever the rules become for the debates, I just hope it's not the ridiculous rules we had here when in Danville, Boyle County, the Chamber of Commerce sponsoring a forum for candidates locally, where they gave them the questions in advance. And as a result, we saw the ridiculousness of, for the county judge executive candidates, a constitutional position that heads the county as chief executive, overseeing fiscal court and laws being made locally. The Democrat candidate read off her answers as if she was reading a book report in school, with no questions or debate from opposing candidates. Such are the little things that can become the big things in the Participation Trophy Award and world in Joe Biden's America.
Randy Graham, the thoughts of Randy Graham. Those are Randy Graham's thoughts, Tuesdays and Thursdays, right here on WHIR Danville News, Dog Sports. We're back in 3 minutes. James the Gardener's going to be on here. We'll have food news, Grub Gab, the world of food's coming up as well on the Joe Show next.
A loan to start that new home remodeling project? Maybe you are buying a new home or refinancing your existing home. Whatever type of loan you need, Farmers National Bank is here to help you. Getting started is easy. Stop by a Farmers National Bank office in Danville, Bergen, Harrodsburg, Junction City, Lancaster, Liberty, Middleburg, Perryville, and Stanford, and talk to a member of our lending staff. Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank. Some restrictions may apply. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hello, this is Mark Wade, Superintendent of Boyle County Schools. On behalf of Boyle County Schools and the Boyle County Board of Education, I would like to congratulate our high school class of 2024. We wish you the very best. Mark Wade, Superintendent of Boyle County Schools.
Some love him and some hate him. But everybody listens to Sean Hannity weekdays at 3 and Saturdays at 10 on AM 1230 WHIR.
My name is Lisa Bottom. In our nation, it is no secret that crime has risen. Locally, we have some of the safest communities thanks in large part to the work of our current Assistant Commonwealth's Attorney Justin Johnson. Born and raised here in Boyle County, Justin has the dedication to make sure criminals are put behind bars and victims receive the justice they deserve. As a father of 2 girls, Justin wants to make Boyle and Mercer counties the safest that they can be. Join me in voting for Justin Johnson as our next Commonwealth's Attorney.
Paid for by Justin Johnson for Commonwealth's Attorney.
What makes Whitaker Bank uniquely Kentucky? With a wide range of products and services, we are here to provide you friendly, expert service for all of your banking needs. This is Rita McIntyre. I'm the relationship banker for Boyle, Garrett, and Mercer counties. As part of your community, we are committed to building solid, long-term relationships. Call me at 859-733-4963. Let us us show you what Uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank, Uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
A healthy weight, more energy, and smooth, regular bowel movements. 3 things everyone strives for.
It's me, Chuck Norris. There's one really important thing we don't talk about enough: our health. Achy joints, digestive issues, weight gain, and fatigue. We are told these are normal signs of aging. So working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick.
Morning Kick is a revolutionary formula combining 10 different supplements in one. Probiotics that help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and several of the most powerful anti-aging supplements on Earth. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, focused, and help manage stress.
Anybody can achieve great health regardless of their age.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com. Use code GREEN or text GREEN to 511-511 and claim 40% off today.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee.
Text GREEN to 511-511. Morning Kick.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Message and data rates may apply. Paid for by Roundhouse Provisions.
The ultimate in dining pleasures at the Bread of Life Cafe in Liberty. Since 1995, the Bread of Life Cafe has been serving up good old Southern cooking featuring 3 mouth-watering loaded buffets, an extensive menu, and plenty of family atmosphere. Meet your friends for the Saturday morning breakfast buffet, 7 till 10:30. All you care to eat, just $8.99. Thursday night's a senior night. Save 20% for seniors 55 and older. Friday night after 4, cast your line and catch the all you care to eat awesome fried catfish buffet with all the trimmings, $12.99. Delight your taste at the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty on 127.
Every turn is a total rush in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
There's no better time to experience the new 2024 Kia Telluride. Just $399 down and $399 a month. Or the 2024 Seltos. Just $249 down and $249 a month. And save even more on our scratch and dent storm damaged cars.
Experience the rush with confidence in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
2024 Kia Telluride, $399 per month, $2457 due assigning. 2024 Kia Seltos, $249 per month, $1384 due assigning, 36 month lease, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, stock, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer and adoption. See dealer for details. Offer expires May 31st, 2024.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by O'Charley's, where Sunday brunch is back this Sunday, starting at 10 o'clock in the morning. Enjoy a special menu, including French toast, biscuits and gravy, steak and scrambled eggs, bacon, egg, and cheese quesadillas, and $5 mimosas. O'Charley's in the Danville Manor Shopping Center. Mostly sunny, a high today 78, low tonight 61. Tomorrow, thunderstorms, a high of 74. Saturday, showers, thunderstorms, and 75. Sunday, mostly sunny, and a high of 80. Right now, it's 6:43 in the morning. 61 degrees in Danville. Wedding Planning with Pim is coming your way right now.
Hi, I'm Timothy Stewart Clark, and this is Wedding Planning with Pim. While your bride spends her waking hours tending to the details of your wedding and reception, as her groom, it's your responsibility to make arrangements for your wedding night. If you're simply looking for overnight lodging because you're flying out the morning after, you'll probably want to stay as close to the airport as possible. So look for something reasonably priced and save the extras for your honeymoon destination. If you're on a tight budget, it may be more practical and economical to spend your wedding night in your own home. You have everything you need right there, and you won't have to haul your suitcases to the reception. There's no hassle of checking in, and you don't have to tip anyone. If you're going all out on your honeymoon expenses and you just can't justify spending your wedding night in a top dollar suite somewhere across town, no one says you have to. You've already established the perfect little newlywed nest. No sense letting it go to waste. Now, if you have a few days, champagne, room service, massages, souvenir bathrobes, and those tiny little chocolates on your pillows and deluxe accommodations may be what you favor. My love note for today: it's not just enough to book a hotel for your honeymoon. You and your bride will want all the amenities and the opportunity to share in activities you can enjoy as a couple in a relaxing atmosphere.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean. Come on, Boyle County, reduce, reuse, recycle. Let's work together to keep our county beautiful. Load your car, trailer, or pickup truck. Our recycling center will sort your stuff. Don't just throw it away when you can recycle it today. Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
8:46 in the morning, Thursday, the 16th day of May. James the Gardener going to be on here shortly with us, and will give us some gardening tips. Say there's a town in Ohio called Marysville, Ohio, which is getting some press for the money they put into the public restrooms. And we mean like literally getting press for literal money put in their public restrooms. A couple weeks ago, more than $25,000 was found in a public bathroom at the Avalon Theater, that is a performing arts center there in Marysville. Less than a week later, more than $12,000 was found in a public bathroom at a KFC, also in the same town. The police say the cash was hidden in both cases, so it wasn't left there accidentally. In the theater, the bills were in multiple individual stalled trash cans, and in the KFC, the money was banded up inside the tanks of several toilets. Both stashes of money were found by employees of those businesses. Naturally, the cops believe the two cases are connected, but they don't know how, and they don't have any leads as far as we know at this point. It's also unclear if any of the bathroom cash has been discovered. If any other bathroom cash, I should say, has been discovered. And, of course, the possibility that there have been other cash drops that were taken by whoever was supposed to find them, if that was the intent. It is, however, still a very, very bizarre mystery. A town in Ohio is plagued with people leaving thousands of dollars in cash in their bathrooms, in their public restrooms, at a restaurants, I should say, in Marysville, Ohio. 238-WHIR, phone number to call in here this morning, 238-9447. We'd love to have you on the radio. Let's see, a curator for the American Museum of Natural History was detained in Turkey for trying to smuggle a spider tarantula and scorpion samples through the airport security. This happened at an airport in Turkey. Works for the American Museum of Natural History was trying to smuggle out a couple of insects into America on a flight out of Turkey, and we have the audio from the TSA checkpoint from when this happened.
All right, everybody, we have a long line here. I want laptops out and in the bin. I want spiders out and in the bin. I want tarantulas out and in the bin. I want scorpion samples out and in the bin. You, sir, what's that in your pocket?
My wallet.
Are you sure? Why is it moving? And your other pocket? And your back pocket? Do you have a spider or tarantula or a scorpion in your pocket?
No, of course not. I have 3 wallets and...
Ow! What happened?
My wallet bit me. Ow! And my other wallet just stung me with its wallet stinger.
Nice try, sir. Come on, folks. All of those spiders and tarantulas and scorpions out and in the bins. Let's go!
That's the live audio from the airport there in Turkey. Let's see what's going on out west. Not out west in Hollywood. In the world of food, just eat it. It's Grub Gab, starting off with Zaxby's, where a Mr. Beast meal is on its way to Zaxby's. Mr. Beast is a devoted Zaxby's enthusiast. He possesses a deep understanding of the Zaxby's menu due to his lifelong fandom. Demonstrating his characteristic style, this renowned philanthropist and the most popular figure on YouTube collaborated with Zaxby's to carefully curate a selection of his preferred menu offerings, resulting in the creation of the unparalleled Mr. Beast box. Just like its namesake, this meal embodies boldness, originality, and a distinctive allure tour that ensures each bite is a standout experience, allowing fans across the globe to savor a feast fit for a beast. Here's a closer look at the new Mr. Beast box. 4 chicken fingers, crinkle fries, cheddar bites, 2 slices of toast, and 2 signature sauces, as well as Mr. Beast's new candy bar called the Feastables Milk Chocolate Bar. It's $12.99. It's a lot of food, though. For the Mr. Beast box, you can get it at Zaxby's. Welch's is the latest company to join the canned cocktail market with their announcement of craft cocktails available in 4 flavors with real fruit juice. This new collection is produced by Coop Beverage Works, and the 4 varieties are vodka transfusion, vodka cranberry, watermelon mule, and passion fruit mojito, all with an alcohol beverage ABV volume of 5.9%. Welch's new line of canned cocktails will be shipping soon, so look for them in your local store in the very near future. And Costco is selling a massive banana cream pie. There's a new jumbo banana cream pie from Costco weighing over 3 pounds that's been spotted by a couple of Costco shoppers. A 3-pound banana cream pie, which shoppers say has real bananas, banana cream filling, and a thick layer of caramel whipped cream. The Costco banana cream pie goes for $15.99. So if you are a Costco member, of course there's one in Lexington, check with them, see if they have this jumbo 3-pound banana cream pie at Costco. Welch is introducing new canned cocktails coming in 4 flavors, and Zaxby's unveils a new Mr. Beast box meal. Grub Gab, the world of food where you can just eat it.
And now, for the next few minutes, the man with the jolly green thumb and the big straw hat is going to tell us where it's at. Gardening with James, that's the name. Growing good food, that's our aim. Working in our garden every day. Well, we might not be all that pretty, but we don't mind getting all dirty and gritty. Growing our food the natural way. Yes, we're gardening with James, the natural way. Let's dig it, James.
James the Gardener. What's going on with James the Gardener today?
Not much. What's going on, Joe?
I'm doing all right, James. Doing good. This month, May, is American Cheese Month.
Okay, I like
which
American
celebrates
cheese.
Well, it celebrates not just American cheese, but it's really supposed to be all cheeses made in the USA.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
We'll talk about cheese, James, coming up here in just a second after you give us a gardening tip. James, what's going on in the garden today?
Let's see. There's everything going on in the garden at this point. You know, let's see. The students from Boyle County came and put the flowers in, from the FFA. So we got all those flowers in yesterday, and, I guess about an hour. I guess it's about almost 1,000 plants we put in about an hour. And, they had some really nice students there who didn't mind working. So we did that. And, I've got, let's see, weed eating I've been doing, at Constitution Square, and, trying to work in between the filming and different things going on there. And across the street there at the McDowell House, I've got to go up there and I've got to help put in, those 40 bags of mulch that I received the other day. And, just gardening. But I did want to give one tip as far as the Vinca vine. If you've got Vinca vine in it, find a way to try to get rid of, dig it up or something, because it will always be with you.
Okay.
And some people like it, that, it covers the area that they don't use, which is fine. But you just have to try to maintain it, because if it gets out of its little area, like I say, it will take over your flower beds.
Okay.
So just make sure that, you're keeping an eye on the Vinca, because it's very evasive. And the only other thing I can tell you is that if you're going to dig it out, try to get the roots, because if you don't get the roots of it, it will continue to grow. It'll be back next year.
Gardening with James, Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yes, sir.
On the Joe Show at this time. All right, James, you like cheese?
I do.
You like cheese? Okay. May National Cheese Month. I looked this up. How many different types of cheeses do you think? I'm not talking about just American-made cheese? I mean, just like worldwide.
Because
there are tons of them.
Maybe like, say, 200 varieties.
Oh, way more.
Oh, say 1,000?
More.
Oh, Lord. 2,000.
Close. 1,800 different types of cheeses.
Really?
1,800.
I've never tasted 1,800. I've tasted maybe 5.
And I like cheese a lot, too, but there are some that can be too much.
Yes.
And I feel like that's how it would be if I went to Europe, where, like, some cheese is just too cheesy. You know, like it's too sharp and it doesn't taste good.
Yeah.
So give me the fake cheese we have here in America.
That's right. Got some flavor.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it's got some flavor, but it doesn't make you like suck your face in because it tastes so bad.
Right.
So I'm looking this up. The most expensive cheese in the world, what's considered the most rare cheese in the world, is a cheese called Pule cheese.
Pule cheese.
And it's made from donkey milk and goat's milk. It is 60% donkey milk. It's 40% goat milk.
Donkey milk?
Yes. It's considered the world's most expensive cheese, $1,300 per kilogram. Now, I don't know. I don't use that kilogram as a way to weigh things. That's European, right? But $1,300 for 1 kilogram of Pule cheese. I don't know how much is a kilogram.
I don't know, but that don't sound like $1,300 worth.
Yeah, seems like it's expensive for 1 kilogram of cheese.
Whatever it is.
So with May being American Cheese Month, and we celebrate the cheeses made in America, James, I have a list of the 10 unhealthiest cheeses that you can buy. All right?
Okay.
Now, not all of these are American. Some of these, I mean, these are just cheeses.
Okay.
Right? So just because it's American Cheese Month, don't make all of these cheeses made in America. So here we go. The 10 most unhealthy cheeses that you can buy. I don't know if we'll have enough time for all of these. Number 10, prepackaged shredded cheese.
Yeah.
Now, that's unhealthy, but it's still number 10 in our top 10 list, right?
Yeah.
So we're going down. We're going up to the most unhealthy ones.
Okay.
So still, there are worse choices you could make.
Right.
Than just taking a handful of shredded Colby Jack and just tossing it in your mouth like a piece of bubble gum.
Right.
Number 9. So I've never even heard of some of these before. Roquefort.
Never heard of it.
I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. It's a blue cheese that comes from France. Lots of calories, lots of saturated fat. Number 8, pre-grated Parmesan cheese. So fresh is better than the kind that comes in the plastic shaker.
Yes.
After American cheese, this is the saltiest cheese you can buy.
The saltiest cheese?
Yes, it's Parmesan cheese.
Okay.
And it's even worse when it's pre-grated and you buy it in the plastic shaker and you just put it on top of your spaghetti on spaghetti night.
Wow.
Number 7, Stilton. No, Stilton. Again, never heard of it. Type of blue cheese from England. Considered one of the world's best cheeses, but it's not one of the healthiest. Number 6 is Brie. High in calories, loaded with saturated fat. Number 5, any cheese that comes in a can or a jar. So like Cheese Whiz.
Right.
Easy cheese.
Yeah.
Nacho cheese.
Right.
That's number 5. Number 4, Brunost.
Never heard of it.
Me neither. A sweet Norwegian cheese that's got more sugar than most types. So it's kind of a sweeter cheese.
Okay.
Number 3, Double Gloucester. It is a semi-hard cheese from England. That is the cheese that they roll down the hill in that competition in England when people try to outrun that cheese roll. That's what they use. They use Double Gloucester cheese during the cheese roll competition.
Okay.
So not only is it bad for you to eat, it can also give you a concussion. Number 2, mascarpone.
I never heard of it.
A soft, spreadable cheese that's used in a lot of desserts. You can keep using it if you want. It's just really high in saturated fat. And number 1, James, the worst cheese you can buy. What do you think? It is a cheese most of us eat probably at least weekly.
Swiss?
Close. Well, I don't guess it's close, but we do eat that a lot.
Yeah.
You can buy it in stores. It is American Cheese Month. So American cheese has to be the worst cheese that you can buy health-wise. It is heavily processed, full of preservatives, loaded with salt, and it's only orange because we put food coloring in it. That is the worst cheese you can buy, American cheese. There you go. It is National American Cheese Month, and there's the list of the 10 worst cheeses that you can buy. 9 o'clock in the morning, Top Hour News is coming, and Tom Ty and Brian Stay join us right after this.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Donald Trump's former lawyer, Michael Cohen, returns to the witness stand today in Trump's hush money criminal trial in New York. Scott Pringle reports.
The former president's defense team is expected to continue to try and attack Michael Cohen's credibility. This is after the defense brought up evidence to show Cohen is a liar and someone who's out to get Trump and made money off attacking him. Cohen is the prosecutor's key witness who they say was behind the alleged payments to Stormy Daniels to keep quiet about an alleged sexual encounter with Trump. Trump is accused of falsifying business records in connection with those payments.
Police in California have cleared a pro-Palestinian protest encampment on the campus of UC Irvine. This professor is one of the demonstrators who was arrested on Wednesday.
I'm out here supporting my students who have the right to peacefully protest, and unlike the people who are escorting me right now, I think they're people. My students are not interested in violence.
Police moved in on the encampment on Wednesday after declaring an unlawful assembly. By the time night fell, dozens of people were arrested for ignoring dispersal orders, including those who tried to occupy the second floor of the Physical Sciences Lecture Hall. The exact number of arrests is not clear, but it's believed to be more than 40 people, including faculty. Officers also broke down the encampment, which had been reinforced with barricades, pallets, and other materials. Crews are now working to remove graffiti and debris from the UCI campus. Layoffs are coming in waves at Tesla facilities in California. Nika Magajas with more.
State government filings this week show Tesla plans to lay off roughly 600 employees combined at its Fremont facilities and Palo Alto offices starting June 20th. This comes after the company announced the layoffs of more than 2,700 employees. Tesla also got rid of 3,400 vacant positions from its job listings board and canceled its summer internship program last week.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Do you know what red flags to look for when considering an investment opportunity? Fraudulent sellers might make unsolicited contact, tell you everyone is buying it, and pressure you to invest right now. They make hefty promises over the phone, but never put them in writing. At the Department of Financial Institutions, we have a saying. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. We're on a mission to educate Team Kentucky and protect your hard-earned dollars. Visit us online at kfi.ky.gov for more information.
Come and see all the good times that await you throughout Kentucky. Dive in and discover the houseboating capital of the world. Get nose-to-nose with some of the most magnificent and friendly horses anywhere. Experience all the smells, sounds, and traditions of a bourbon distillery tour. Put your hands together while listening to authentic and legendary bluegrass music, and so much more. Go to KentuckyTourism.com and plan your fantastic getaway. Kentucky, come see for yourself.
A family suing Uber and two of its drivers after their daughter was killed is speaking out as their lawsuit could get dismissed.
Their whole premise of their company is they're a safe ride. Apparently they're not. They're not a safe ride. She was left somewhere and ended up dead on the freeway. So to me, they should be responsible for what happened.
Stella Ye's sister tells NBC7 Stella was a student at the University of San Diego. She'd been partying with friends in 2018, and they called her an Uber to get Ye home. Along the way, she got sick in the car, and the Uber driver exited the freeway and made Ye get out of the car. She called a second Uber, and that driver drove away after seeing her stagger. She was hit by two cars and died. Uber has filed a motion that could get the case dismissed, saying a jury can't speculate about the time from when Ye was dropped off by the first Uber to the time that she was killed. Today is a day to have a little fun with your OJ. Bree Tennis with more.
We celebrate a cocktail most associated with brunch today, originally called a champagne orange, credited to the Paris Ritz Hotel. We know it as a mimosa, a 50-50 blend of champagne and orange juice. Of course, there's no rule on that mix. They truly are among the few adult beverages that are acceptable to drink in the morning. Each one has about 80 calories, and they're high in vitamin C, so it's almost a health drink.
Marilyn Manson has a new record deal with metal label Nuclear Blast. The singer is reportedly set to put out his first new music since several sexual assault allegations derailed his career years ago. Manson posted a clip of a new song on social media. After more than a dozen women accused him of sexual misconduct, Manson was dropped by his previous label, Loma Vista Recordings. Michael Kastner, NBC News.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
Hunter Biden
Well, a Delaware judge denied his request, or his lawyer's request, to delay the federal gun case, setting the stage for trial next month. The judge in that case denied the request to push the trial to September, which actually may be a favorite of Biden. And the defense argued they needed more time to line up witnesses and go through evidence handed over by prosecutors. And the judge said everyone can get what needs to be done. And by the trial start date of June the 3rd, he's facing charges related to the form he filled out as it relates to the gun charge, which, by the way, other judges have put people away for 5 years for the same exact offense. But anyway, so the judge refuses to dismiss that.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
A healthy weight, more energy, and smooth, regular bowel movements. 3 things everyone strives for.
It's me, Chuck Norris. There's one really important thing we don't talk about enough: our health. Achy joints, digestive issues, weight gain, and fatigue. We are told these are normal signs of aging. So working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick.
Morning Kick is a revolutionary formula combining 10 different supplements in one. Probiotics that help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and several of the most powerful anti-aging supplements on Earth. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, focused, and help manage stress.
Anybody can achieve great health regardless of their age.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com. Use code GREEN or text GREEN to 511-511 and claim 40% off today.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee.
Text GREEN to 511-511. Morning Kick.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Message and data rates may apply. Paid for by Roundhouse Provisions.
Good morning to you. It's Thursday. It's the 16th day of May, 051624 on your calendar. A day where we get cloudy skies, early sunshine, and a high of 78. Forecast is coming your way, and we're talking with members of the Boyle County Republican Party. Brian State and Tom Tighe are in studio. Coming up next.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
The man charged with attempted murder after he's accused of firing multiple shots into another vehicle in Harrisburg has already bonded out of jail. 33-year-old Darren Good was charged with attempted murder and DUI from this incident. It happened Friday when police were called by a random passerby that saw what happened and called 911. When police got there, they found Good holding the victim at gunpoint with that victim's vehicle riddled with 7 bullet holes. Good was arrested. However, WKYT reports that he's already made a $100,000 cash bond and is out of jail. He entered a not guilty plea, and law enforcement is looking for a motive, but haven't really found one yet. Good will be back in court on May 23rd for a preliminary hearing. You can begin in-person, no-excuse voting today in Kentucky. It starts today and goes through Saturday, where registered voters can vote in their party's primary early. In Mercer County, it's at the Mercer County Courthouse from 8 until 4:30. In Boyle County, at the showroom from 8 until 4. In Garrett County, at the clerk's office from 8 until 4. And in Lincoln County, at the clerk's office from 8 until 4. Again, those times are for early, in-person, no-excuse voting, which will be done Thursday through Saturday. If you want to vote the old-fashioned way on Election Day itself, that'll be done Tuesday, May 21st, at polling locations across your specific county. Mercer County Senior High School graduation is set for Saturday, and if you're going, Mercer County Schools has released information on this. Doors open for the graduation at 5:30 that night, with the ceremony itself at 7 o'clock. The first 2 rows in the bleachers will be reserved for handicap seating, along with chairs at the rear of the gym. Seniors are asked to enter the campus using the entrance near the digital sign and park at the rear of the school, and seniors are also asked to report to their classroom by 6 o'clock that night. 2 people in Lincoln County have been found dead, and now it's under investigation. The Lincoln County coroner tells WKYT that 2 adults were found dead yesterday at a home on Water Cemetery Road in Kings Mountain. The investigation started after a neighbor said he noticed the cars hadn't been moved in several days. When he opened the door, he said he noticed an odor and found a woman dead in the living room. The neighbor then found a man dead in the bathroom in that house. The sheriff's office is investigating. I'm Joe Mathis.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Delahaye Street. Call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299, Danville Auto Body Shop. Sunshine, a high of 80. We get cloudy skies now, but should clear out a little bit later on. 80 degrees is your high. Low tonight of 61. Tomorrow, scattered showers and thunderstorms and a high of 74. Saturday, showers and thunderstorms and a high of 75. Right now, it's 9:11 in the morning. We are joined in studio by Brian Stade and Tom Tighe from the Boyle County Republican Party. And to make this segment official, here's Jim Parman.
The following is a paid program.
Yes, it is. Thank you for that, Jim. And we welcome on to the show Tom and Brian. Good morning, fellas. How are you?
Hey, Joe.
Good morning, Joe.
We're doing well.
Yeah, doing great. Appreciate you all being on here with us this morning. We got some big dates coming up, really starting today. You got early voting in Boyle County today, tomorrow, and Saturday. And then I mentioned in the newscast the old-fashioned way on Tuesday, on Election Day, at any of the polling locations in Boyle County. And Brian and Tom, we know there's not a lot on the ballot. On the Republican side, there is one race that is rather important, and you all are in here basically to ensure that those voting in the Republican primary know how important this Commonwealth's attorney race is that registered Republicans will be voting on this election cycle. Let's talk about it. Brian and Tom, tell us how important this Commonwealth's attorney race is.
Joe, you're absolutely correct. And I think we'll get into some voter registration numbers between the parties maybe a little bit later on.
Okay.
But in years past, no one would have dreamed that the race would be settled in the Republican primary for Commonwealth attorney.
Yeah.
I think there's still maybe June the 5th, if I'm correct on the date, an independent can file, but all indications right now, there are no Democrats on the ballot. It's too late for them to file. So the Commonwealth attorney for Boyle and Mercer counties more than likely is going to be settled in this Republican primary. So go back to your grandfathers and your fathers years ago. If you'd have even heard that a Commonwealth attorney would be settled in the primary on the Republican primary, folks would just scratch their heads and looked at you a little strange. Going, this guy's, I don't know what he's smoking, but he's not having a good day.
Justin Johnson and Sarah Bryant are the 2 candidates for the Commonwealth's attorney. I know that we've heard them both speak in a couple of forums, one in Mercer County, one more recently here in Boyle County. So those, Brian, are the 2 candidates that Republicans will be deciding between, Justin Johnson and Sarah Bryant.
Yeah, let's talk about them.
Yeah.
We have 2 highly qualified candidates coming up. They actually both have fairly similar backgrounds. Justin and Sarah were both born and raised here in Danville, Boyle County. Justin went to undergrad at UK, went to law school at UK, where he ended up. He worked as his first job actually was as the assistant county attorney for the Boyle County Attorney's Office. Where his boss took a leave of absence, so he actually took over that office and was running things for a bit. So he's got that prosecutorial experience. After that, he went into private practice for a little bit. He was also the Paravel City attorney, and then a couple years back, he joined Richie Bottom over in Mercer County, where he's the assistant Commonwealth's attorney over there. So he's got experience on both sides of the courtroom. He's been a prosecutor. He's been a defense attorney. Sarah has a similar background. She went to undergrad at Eastern Kentucky. She got her law degree from UK. Mm-hmm. She worked for the DPA office, Department of Public Advocacy, for 15 years.
Okay.
She went and left that job in 2021 to go to the general counsel's office for a bit at the AOC over in Frankfort. And then in June of 22, she joined Chris Herron at the county attorney's office, where she's the assistant county attorney. Same kind of thing.
Yes.
She's born and raised here just like Justin. She has some defense experience. She has some prosecuting experience. I mean, they're two fabulous candidates. I think we're in good hands no matter who you vote for. We just want you to vote. Get your voice heard.
Just please go vote. We need, let's get those turnout numbers out there.
Yeah.
You can show up today at the showroom, 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock, show your ID and vote.
Yes.
You don't have to worry about the rush on Tuesday. And there's been, we'll come back to the candidates, but there's been kind of, I guess, a reluctance in prior years to where, particularly on the Republican ticket, I'll be honest, where, we're not sure about early voting or absentee voting. That there's something bad about that. Folks, Mike Adams has cleaned this up. Our Secretary of State, he has made it harder to cheat, easier to vote.
Yeah, that's exactly his quote. It's easier to vote and harder to cheat in the Commonwealth now than ever before.
That's right.
Exactly. So, I mean, this is, if you're going to be busy next Tuesday, or you don't want to take time off work, or you're going to be out of town, or it just fits your schedule better, you got 4 days to go vote.
Yeah.
There's no excuse now not to go vote.
And it's safe and it's secure. We've had numerous conversations with Casey McCoy, our county clerk, and he promises us, and I believe him wholeheartedly, that you vote early, that vote counts, that vote is secure, and it's in good hands.
Yes. Yeah, Casey was in here at the beginning of the month and had mentioned, you talked about the turnout, his expected turnout, I guess the numbers coming from the state, 10, 11% or something like that. So we got to get that number much, much higher. And the reason being, I think that it's so low is, number one, there's not a lot on the ballot, but number two, Commonwealth's attorney, what in the world is that?
Yeah,
that's probably the question people have. Like, what do they do?
Let's talk about it. A friend of mine who's in the judicial system here in the state was talking to me about it, and he explained that, and I agree with him, it's quite possibly the most important position in local politics. So, they are the ones putting the bad guys away. They are. I want somebody in there that's going to be tough on crime, that's going to represent us well, and they're going to put criminals in jail. And that's what both of them have promised.
Putting the bad guys away and protecting the innocent.
They're doing big cases.
Doing big cases.
They're doing felony cases, including all the way up to murder. I mean, it is an important position.
So they're the ones that represent the state in these criminal prosecution cases.
If you're watching a TV show and New York's talking about the district attorney, all right, this is our equivalent of a district attorney, the DA.
Yes.
This is what we call them in Kentucky, Commonwealth attorney.
And the Commonwealth's attorney this is the 50th district. This is not just a Boyle County seat. This is Mercer County as well, correct?
That is correct.
So will Republicans in Mercer County also be voting for either Justin or Sarah?
Yes.
Okay, so they'll essentially have it's kind of the same. I don't know what Mercer County's about, if there's any other city commission races or anything like that. But in terms of the county state races, they're also voting the same thing. So when you hear, when you're talking with your friends in Mercer County, they're saying, hey, I don't know if it's important to go vote. There's not a lot in the ballot. Make sure you tell them this Commonwealth attorney's race, not just affecting Boyle County, but also affecting Mercer County as well.
Absolutely. They are keeping our community safe, and it is of the utmost importance. They both have family in the area. Justin's got a couple little girls. Sarah's got a niece. I mean, they know it's important for our youth. We want criminals not to want to do business in our community.
With the Boyle County Republican Party, Chairman Tom Tighe, Youth Chair Brian Stay join us this morning here in studio on the Joe Show. It's 62 degrees at 9:18 in the morning. The early voting is open today, tomorrow, and Saturday, the 16th, 17th, and 18th, today through Saturday at the showroom in Danville from 8 until 4. So you got 3 days if you want to go vote early. If you are an old-fashioned voter and you just want to do it on Election Day, that's perfectly fine as well. You can do that on Tuesday, May the 21st from 6 until 6. Polls will be open. And again, these are not precincts anymore that you vote at. They're voting locations. So Boyle County has the print-on-demand ballots at every location, according to Casey McCoy, our county clerk. So regardless of what precinct you live in, if you live in Danville but work in Perryville, or live in Perryville but work over here in this place or that place, you can go to the closest to where you are voting location and vote at any of these places. They'll print the ballot out there for you, and you can cast your vote that way.
That's kind of jump in here, Joe.
Yes.
That print-on-demand ballot is a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
The fiscal court has made sure we've got the machines, the printers, to where, and maybe a couple of years ago, folks might remember, hey, I didn't have a ballot for Perryville because I happened to stop in and vote in Danville or vice versa. Well, now, the technology, they flick a button, your ballot, whatever location you're at, pops up. You can mark that ballot. You're in and out of there.
Yeah. Casey McCoy said all you need is electricity, paper, and ink. And he said, and we got electricity, paper, and ink.
And no Wi-Fi.
Yes, yeah. So we're going to make this thing work. Again, there's plenty of, there's no excuse to not get out and vote, particularly on the Republican side when you've got this Commonwealth attorney's race that, as Brian stated, could be one of the most important races, in this area in terms of constitutional offices, this Commonwealth attorney's office. We'll step aside. We'll come back. We're talking with the Boyle County Republican Party, Brian Stade, the youth chair, Tom Tighe, the chair. We're talking about some of the registration numbers as well. Things continuing to trend up locally and statewide for Republicans. That conversation coming up next after this on The Joe Show. 63 degrees on this Thursday morning.
Wow, Tricky's Car Wash is ready to make your vehicle look its very best. Tricky's Car Wash behind Smart Lube off South 4th Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, and on Saturdays by appointment. Pickup and delivery service is available. 583-0560. Wash only $15. Wash and interior $25. Wash plus wax plus interior $50. And full detail, talk with Tricky. Tricky's Car Wash, 430 Bay Street, 583-0560. Right behind Smart Lube off South 4th. Tricky's Car Wash.
Every turn is a total rush in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
There's no better time to experience the new 2024 Kia Telluride, just $399 down and $399 a month. Or the 2024 Seltos, just $249 down and $249 a month. And save even more on our scratch and dent storm damaged cars.
Experience the rush with confidence in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
2024 Kia Telluride, $399 per month, $2457 due assigning. 2024 Kia Seltos, $249 per month, $1384 due assigning, 36 monthly, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, doc, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer and adoption. See dealer for details. Offer expires May 31st, 2024.
Hi, I'm Alan Martin, branch manager at Community Trust Bank. Community Trust Bank has supported communities that we call home since 1903. With locations in Boyle and Mercer counties, Community Trust Bank is a full-service bank dedicated to helping you meet your lending needs and financial goals. Please stop by and see me at our Danville main office located at 462 West Main Street. Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, loans subject to credit approval.
Authentic Mexican grocery store, cakes, fresh produce, piñatas, boots, belts, and more. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. Family owned and operated, offering the best Mexican products created. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. And to make your tummy smile, Taco Yumas, the on-site food truck that's also available for catering and events. So where do you go for authentic Mexican product? La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. In Danville on Houstonville Road.
Planning a wedding? Paying for a wedding? Attending a wedding? Hi, this is Pim Fitzgerald-Clark with Wedding Planning with Pim, inviting you to join us Monday through Friday after the 8:30 morning news on WHIR AM 1230. I'll give you sound wedding planning advice and money-saving tips, information you need, and you'll get it all right here at your favorite radio station, WHIR AM 1230.
Hello, this is Mark Wade, Superintendent of Boyle County Schools. On behalf of Boyle County Schools and the Boyle County Board of Education, I would like to congratulate our high school class of 2024. We wish you the very best. Mark Wade, Superintendent of Boyle County Schools.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
9:24 in the morning. Speaking with the Boyle County Republican Party today, Chairman Tom Tighe, Youth Chair Brian Stade join us in studio with the important election coming up Tuesday, May the 21st, for the Commonwealth's attorney's race between Justin Johnson and Sarah Bryant. And polls are open from 8 until 4 today, tomorrow, and Saturday at the showroom here in Boyle County, and Tuesday, Election Day, at different polling locations across the county. And again, you can vote at any of those, regardless of where you live, as long as you're a registered voter in Boyle County. Tom and Brian, we talked a little bit before that break about kind of the surge that we have seen the Republican Party get for registered voters, people either new people registering to vote, those turning 18 years old, or people who are leaving their old party to affiliate with the Republican Party. And the numbers in Boyle County are staggering in kind of two different ways. When you look from 2000 to where we are in April of 2024 right now, not only is it staggering the flip that we've seen from Democrat to Republican, but also the number of people and new voters who have moved into Boyle County. And so let's start off with number one. In the year 2000, Democrats, there were about 16,000 registered voters in Boyle County, give or take. That's 16,000. About 11,500 of those were Democrats. About 4,500 were Republicans. That's in 2000. Now, 24 years later, there are about 21,000 registered voters, so you see that number increase by about 5,000. Out of 21,000 or so registered voters, nearly 11,000 are Republicans, so now it's majority Republican when it was majority Democrat just 24 years ago. What's been the big change over the last quarter century that we've seen this?
I'll tell a little funny story. I moved here in 1988.
Okay.
So right at the end of 1988, go down January 1989 to register to vote, go in the courthouse. They send me the registration slip, slide it across the counter. I fill it out, put my name, address, check the Republican box, slide it across. Very nice lady in the court clerk's office slid it back to me, and she said, "Are you sure?" I said, "Am I sure about what?" She said, "You'll never get to vote." I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "No, Republicans never run for office here." And I said, "I think I'll leave it Republican for now." All right. So then let's kind of fast forward up to 2000. We were down 7,100 voters, give or take a handful.
Mm-hmm.
In 2014, when I came in, about the time I came in as chair, we were down right at 4,600.
So the gap's starting to get smaller and smaller.
And we've now moved that up to where probably this month's numbers will be the majority party by about 800 voters. A lot of that is, I'll be honest, you go back, and I've got tons of friends in the Democratic Party, but the new Democratic Party is not your grandfather's Democratic Party.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of folks are, Boyle County maybe was heavy Democrat, but they were very conservative, physical conservative, socially conservative, and they don't like the way the national political parties are going.
Yeah.
And so they're gradually, I think my favorite story, if I can tell a story, and this was shortly after one of the governor's elections, and one of our public officials statewide showed up on camera, maybe slightly imbibed with some alcoholic beverages. And this lady who lived in the county from an old Democrat family, she's 90-something years old, sent her son. He's waiting at my office door. Mama wants one of them registration forms. She can't go to sleep another night being a Democrat. And I said, here it is, and we'll find her a stamp to mail it in to Frankfort for her. So a lot of that is just the party focus has shifted nationally. Have people changed in Boyle County? Not really. We still got the same wonderful, good people. It's just they can't identify with the group they used to be identified with.
Yeah. It's interesting when you look at the elected officials in the county, how many of them are young, right, and are Republicans, right? You got Casey, relatively young, Casey McCoy, Taylor Bottom,
Chris Herron.
Daniel Elliott.
Yeah.
I mean, Amanda Mays Bledsoe.
Exactly.
I mean, you're starting to get to more like the state level now, state senate and state representatives. But I mean, like you mentioned, your father's or your grandfather's Democratic Party. These are people who maybe they did have grandpas who were registered Democrats, but things have kind of shifted so far left on the national level that these people are saying, "Hey, look, we don't go that far left. We're going to have to start going the other way." And so now you're starting to see. I think when you look at what's going on college campuses, you feel like if they're young, they're probably left-leaning, but that's not always necessarily the case, and you're seeing that right here even locally.
We've got a huge involvement by young people in, take Brian, for instance. I mean,
Brian's
our youth chair,
yeah.
Okay? By most of us standing around, he's a fairly young fella. So, no, we are attracting some very young participants.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a national shift.
Yeah.
But again, I like you pointing out that a lot of our, not only are they young, a lot of our elected officials in a former life were Democrats.
Yes.
Okay? And sometimes folks will go, "Oh, do you have a problem with that in the Republican Party?" And I go, "I'm like that old Baptist minister. Hallelujah for the repentant sinner. I'm glad they're here."
My dad tells the story of talking with a lady at his church. And he said this lady was what she would call herself a yellow dog Democrat. That's what she called herself, right? And my dad was talking to her about, well, would you vote for such and such over Moses? And this lady said, was Moses a Democrat? I mean, that was the mindset, right? Like, if you're a Democrat, and it's like the lady at the courthouse told you, Mr. Ty, you're not going to be able to vote in any primaries because you're a registered Republican.
Exactly.
Right.
And we've seen that shift, not just locally, but statewide. The numbers from Michael Adams in the month of April show that in terms of registered voters, Republicans now lead the state of Kentucky, 46% of the electorate, according to Michael Adams's numbers, compared to Democratic registrants at 43%. So even statewide.
Over 105,000 statewide.
Yes.
Majority. That's significant in what used to be a heavily Southern Democratic state.
Yeah, Randy, you got something to say?
Well, I was just going to say, my dad was a retired educator and became a state representative. He was a Democrat in the early 2000s, served on a House Education Committee even. Well, I don't think he's voted Democrat for the last 15 years, 20 years. So there kind of gives you a little idea, but I also want to give credit where credit's due. In addition to the natural shift that was going, the leadership in the Republican Party, at least since I moved back here in 10, I've got to give credit to the leadership, like Tom Tighe, for setting a goal and going after that goal of capitalizing on the shift that was coming our way.
Thank you, Randy, but I tell people I found a parade and got in front of it. There's folks out there like Brian, there's Stephanie Griffin that's helped, your behind-the-scenes organizers. We just got a really good team.
Yeah. Hey, Election Day, Tuesday, May 21st. Early voting is open right now at the showroom. It is, again, you look at the ballot, and Casey McCoy actually has on Facebook, under his official Boyle County clerk, Casey McCoy, he's got the sample ballots on there, so you can see what they look like. And you see the picture, and you're thinking there's not a whole lot to vote on. The Republican side, there is that Commonwealth's attorney race, so make sure if you are a registered Republican, you get out and you vote for that, either Justin Johnson or Sarah Bryant. If you have any questions about the voting, you can contact the clerk's office. But for specific Boyle County Republican questions, Tom and Brian, how can people reach you all?
Go ahead.
Oh, actually, I'm not a problem throwing my cell phone out there. 859-583-5142. Call me anytime.
Yep, send us a message. We're on Facebook.
We're on Facebook.
We're on Twitter. Send us a message. You have a question about a candidate, we can point you in the direction. I'm sure they would gladly speak to you directly, but we can answer any questions you have.
I jokingly say, when folks ask me, hey, which one do you think? And I go, that's like asking me to pick my favorite child. It's like, man, I love them both.
So, yeah, I'm assuming people come to you and say, hey, what do you all think? Who would you all vote for, or something like that?
I'm flipping a coin, Joe.
You walk into the ballot box,
both good.
You're flipping a coin, heads this person, tails this person.
I'm flipping a coin.
Yeah, there you go. Brian and Tom, appreciate you all being on this morning. You'll have a great rest of this week, and we'll see you all later.
Thanks so much.
Absolutely. It's 9:32 in the morning. 63 degrees in Danville. Morning Point's supposed to be on here next. We'll see if Tabitha comes in studio on a Morning Point Thursday with Tabitha Teague right after this.
Authentic Mexican grocery store, cakes, fresh produce, piñatas, boots, belts, and more. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. Family owned and operated, offering the best Mexican products created. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. And to make your tummy smile, Taco Yumas, the on-site food truck that's also available for catering and events. So where do you go for authentic Mexican product? La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. In Danville on Houstonville Road.
Hi, this is Karen, and at ADA Heating and Air, we offer free estimates on replacements. We install American Standard heating and air conditioning equipment. Our employees do not work on commission, so you don't pay for unnecessary repairs. We offer the best pricing around. On average, we can save you 15%. We offer same or next day service. Financing is available on our website at adaheatingandair.com. Call ADA today for all your HVAC needs at 859-519-6382. ADA is on the way.
TG Kentucky is engineer openings that offers a full benefit package including new competitive pay scale, 401k, medical, dental, vision, and prescription coverage, and 2 weeks vacation time. You begin accruing on your hire date. TG is one of the largest employers in Central Kentucky. Their plastic and rubber technologies contribute to safer, more comfortable, and environmentally friendly vehicles. Apply now at work4tg.com. That's work4tg.com. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. TG Kentucky is just minutes away on Main Street in Lebanon. TG Kentucky, always working to achieve the highest quality standards.
Hey, it's me again. That's right, I'm Jerry Farmer, and I'm still cutting up. Still Cutting Up is a place to go when you need a fresh cut or a mini afro. Perms, colors, nails, too. Braids, highlights, and even updo. I know you done heard of us, so get with it. I know you need your hair did. Here's our digit, 238-7899. Bob your head while I rhyme. 24/7, we won't be beat. 365 on South 4th Street. See ya. See ya.
Hey folks, Chrysler Cowboy here. When I started my journey in the automotive industry, I learned 3 valuable lessons. 1, have a good product. 2, treat people with respect. And 3, make sure it's a fair deal for everybody. I'm proud to call Anderson County my home, and at Chrysler Lawrenceburg, we want to give you that down-home experience. We offer certified pre-owned vehicles that come with a lifetime engine warranty, free tire rotation with every oil change, and customer service that rivals the best anywhere around. Chrysler Cowboy. If you can't remember that, just look for the hat. It's where you need to be, folks. Chrysler of Lawrenceburg.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
The man charged with attempted murder after he's accused of firing multiple shots into another vehicle in Harrodsburg has already bonded out of jail. 33-year-old Darren Good was charged with attempted murder and DUI from this incident. It happened Friday when police were called by a random passerby that saw what happened and called 911. When police got there, they found Good holding the victim at gunpoint with that victim's vehicle riddled with 7 bullet holes. Good was arrested. However, WKYT reports that he's already made a $100,000 cash bond and is out of jail. He entered a not guilty plea, and law enforcement is looking for a motive, but haven't really found one yet. Good will be back in court on May 23rd for a preliminary hearing. You can begin in-person, no-excuse voting today in Kentucky. It starts today and goes through Saturday, where registered voters can vote in their party's primary early. In Mercer County, it's at the Mercer County Courthouse from 8 until 4:30. In Boyle County, at the showroom from 8 until 4. In Garrett County, at the clerk's office from 8 until 4. And in Lincoln County, at the clerk's office from 8 until 4. Again, those times are for early, in-person, no-excuse voting, which will be done Thursday through Saturday. If you want to vote the old-fashioned way on Election Day itself, that'll be done Tuesday, May 21st, at polling locations across your specific county. Mercer County Senior High School graduation is set for Saturday, and if you're going, Mercer County Schools has released information on this. Doors open for the graduation at 5:30 that night, with the ceremony itself at 7 o'clock. The first 2 rows in the bleachers will be reserved for handicap seating, along with chairs at the rear of the gym. Seniors are asked to enter the campus using the entrance near the digital sign and park at the rear of the school, and seniors are also asked to report to their classroom by 6 o'clock that night. 2 people in Lincoln County have been found dead, and now it's under investigation. The Lincoln County coroner tells WKYT that 2 adults were found dead yesterday at a home on Water Cemetery Road in Kings Mountain. The investigation started after a neighbor said he noticed the cars hadn't been moved in several days. When he opened the door, he said he noticed an odor and found a woman dead in the living room. The neighbor then found a man dead in the bathroom in that house. The sheriff's office is investigating. I'm Joe Mathis.
My name is Lisa Bottom. In our nation, it is no secret that crime has risen. Locally, we have some of the safest communities, thanks in large part to the work of our current Assistant Commonwealth's Attorney, Justin Johnson. Born and raised here in Boyle County, Justin has the dedication to make sure criminals are put behind bars and victims receive the justice they deserve. As a father of 2 girls, Justin wants to make Boyle and Mercer counties the safest that they can be. Join me in voting for Justin Johnson as our next Commonwealth's Attorney.
Paid for by Justin Johnson for Commonwealth's Attorney.
Now is your last chance to get Suntan City's best deal. Unlimited spray tans for a year for just $34 a month when paid in full.
Party quiz. What's the one thing you can wear to a birthday party, a bridal party, and a backyard party? A gorgeous Suntan City spray tan. It really knows how to party.
Buy today and get unlimited spray tans for a year for just $34 a month when paid in full. Ends May 31st.
Let yourself shine at Suntan City.
Hey, thrifty thrill seekers and penny pinching champions. Are you ready to pounce on deals so good they'll make your wallet weep with joy? Strap in and race on over to our Aladdin's Cave of Bargains at hometownlive.net. Just look out for the humongous Big Deals online store logo. Now, plunge headfirst into an ocean of certificates from all sorts of cool businesses. It's like a treasure hunt, But instead of a map, you get insane discounts.
Find these savings. O'Charlie's Restaurant, $40 gift certificates for just $30. Applebee's Restaurant, $10 gift certificates for just $7.50. B&L Jewelers, $50 gift certificate for just $29. And new Lock Ridge Park, one-night tube rental, $139 value for just $100.
So what are you doing still here listening to this? Dash over to hometownlive.net and kick off your mega savings marathon. Your piggy bank isn't just going to get heavier, it's going to need its own personal trainer.
Want to hear something crazy? The fear of long words is hippopotomonstrosis quippedalophobia. It's 36 letters long. Want to hear something else crazy? McDonald's currently has a buy one, get one for $1. For breakfast, buy one, get one for $1. Sausage biscuits, sausage McMuffins, and hash browns. For lunch, buy one, get one for $1. McDouble, McChicken, 4-piece McNugget, and small fry. So the next time someone tells you something crazy, like a horse normally has more than 1 horsepower, tell them, well, that's cool. But you know what's cooler? Buy one, get one for $1 at McDonald's of Danville and Harrodsburg.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet Harrodsburg, specializing in discount, waterproof vinyl flooring, hardwood tile, and carpet remnants. Shop and save on all types of floor coverings. Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet Harrodsburg, 540 North College Street. Sunshine, a high today of 78, low of 61. Rain shower, thunderstorm chances tomorrow, 74 is your high. On Saturday, rain showers, thunderstorms, 75. Sunday, sunny and 80. Right now, we are looking at 9:41 in the morning, and we are looking at Tabitha Teague, who's in studio this morning, courtesy of Morning Point Senior Living and the Lantern there, the Alzheimer's and Memory Care Unit. Good morning, Tabitha. How are you?
I am great, Joe. How are you?
Doing great. Appreciate you being on here. Let's make this segment official and get Jim Parman's voice on here, okay? That sound good to you?
Sounds great.
All right. I'll do that if I can find it. Here it is.
The following is a paid program.
It took me a while to find Jim's voice, but we've located it. What's going on at Morning Point today?
Well, you know, today's Thursday, and Thursday is a busy, busy day at Morning Point for all of us. Thursday is hair day for our ladies.
Okay.
That means that they get to load up on the Morning Point Transport, our bus. You know, lots of folks see that bus going around town, and we get to take them to Bobby Bradshaw or out to Studio 7, wherever they love to get their hair done. That's where we take them to. So they get excited about Thursdays.
Is Bobby Bradshaw the #1 attended hairdresser for Morning Point residents?
That is correct.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Hey, you all had a resident recently, 102 years old?
Yes.
That's awesome. I see the picture in the cake. Her name is Eloise, 102 years old.
Yes.
For Eloise, yesterday was her birthday?
Yes, and so
Wow.
Eloise Roberts is very popular. She's very well known. Her husband was Pastor Austin Roberts, who was the pastor of the Lexington Avenue Baptist Church for many, many, many years. And so we have folks that come to visit or volunteer, and they'll say, oh, is that Eloise Roberts? We know her from,
Yeah.
And so she's a handful, and she's a very, very popular lady. We love her.
And she also got some Meltons. I've seen
She
a picture of her
did.
eating some Meltons.
Yeah, so Nathan, our residents went over for lunch, which is something they do a couple times a week. They'll go, somewhere, and they chose to go to Melton's. And Nathan was working, and one thing led to another. And I guess he used to do some lawn work for her.
Yeah, he used to
many
mow her
years
yard,
ago.
it said.
Yeah. So that was a great little reunion. Yep.
Yeah, well, fun stuff. Look, Mother's Day was Sunday. How did the Mother's Day activities go for Morning Point? But they were awesome.
It was great. I'm so glad that you asked. So what we had like it wasn't really black tie, but it was where our moms and ladies, not just moms, but ladies, get all dussied up, I guess, and their families came. We had our dining room just set up beautifully, and we had Ron Cheek, who is the 2023 Seniors Got Talent winner, and he came and provided live music, which was just, I felt like I was on a cruise ship. Our residents loved it, and we just had a great time, a great meal, and a great time of fellowship.
Awesome. So what's the next big event for you all then?
So we'll have our Memorial Day cookout. That's coming up. We've got a live band, Collins and Oak, that will be coming, and that's always exciting. And then in June, we have the Longest Day, which is that is something that we do with the Lantern and Memory Care, where we'll have a bake sale and lemonade over at Millennium Park, and our residents love to do that.
Okay.
That's a big to-do.
That's June 21st, I assume?
That is correct.
Is that in conjunction with, like, Little League games going on or something? Or where do you all set up? And you said it's at Millennium Park.
Yeah, we set up. So sometimes, we'll be there and there will be all kinds of things going on there. And then sometimes we've been there and there hasn't been
anything.
Yeah. So we love it, though. We love when there's the Little League kids there because they always want to stop by. And it's just a good way for our residents to get out and to see kids and our kids to see our residents.
Morning Point at Danville here on Paravel Road. The new building continuing to go up. How's the progress on that looking?
It is going great. So Lisa and Julie, that's the executive director and the sales person, they have been, hot and heavy jumping into that endeavor. Talking to folks about the new building. I'd seen that there was a tour in there yesterday. A couple came in, and so we're looking. I know we had talked about, they had hoped that maybe August, but it looks like it's kind of went back to that fall. And we kind of knew that. We were very hopeful when they said, it could be the 1st of August, but unfortunately with contractors and all the things. But it's just exciting. I mean, it truly is. If you're out and about and just kind of want to see what we're talking about, stop by and see all the construction and good things going on over there.
So for anyone interested in seeing the new building, tell us what, again, and we talk about this every other week, but just a reminder, people forget or people weren't listening last time you were on, Tabitha, what is the new building going to consist of? How many rooms and what type of residents will live there?
Sure. So, all of the things are, we're still working out many of the logistics, but I can tell you that we're going to have 72 apartments. Those are not shared companion things like, some think of nursing homes and that skilled environment. These are private apartments. We do have all different sizes, I guess you could say, and so the price obviously will be determined that way. And then we have suites that will have washers and dryers and things of the sort, and those are really fancy smancy. It's going to be those residents that are looking for senior living. They're looking for that assisted living environment where you're not having to mow your grass and you don't have to prepare meals and you don't have to wash your clothes. And, maybe you need a little bit of assistance or what have you. There's going to be aides on staff and nursing on staff 24/7. It's going to be a great time. How that looks in conjunction to our current building, we have 44 apartments in one side of our current building that looks like what that will look like as far as the residents and the folks that live with us. And then our building will transition into one part of our building will be for those folks that are in the latter stages of dementia or memory care.
Okay.
And then 44 apartments, there again, private apartments, will be for those folks that are at the very beginning of memory care and cognition.
So for those people who are in the very beginning of those stages, as that disease potentially progresses, would they then move into the other more secure unit or whatever it may be?
That is correct.
Okay.
So, just maybe there's challenges. So, it's a great opportunity for Morning Point to meet the need and have different stages of seniors, to be able to age in place. And so, they could potentially start out at our new building with Lisa and Julie and that staff, and they'll do, they'll take great care of them. And then as the aging process happens and maybe there's a diagnosis that comes, there's some cognitive challenges, and so then they'll get to come over to our Lamplight, and it's a great time there. And then maybe you know, as time progresses, if they need more, you know, and the disease takes them, you know, down that journey, we'll have the lantern too. So we're excited that we're going to be able to offer that to seniors.
So residents that live in Morning Point right now that do not have a diagnosis of Alzheimer's, they will be moving to the new building?
Right,
okay.
right. And
so
that's exciting.
Have they picked out their new rooms?
They have, yeah.
But that is exciting.
Yeah, it has been. And what's been really, really fortunate is for those residents that potentially have been with us, you know, since we opened. We've got several that have been with us a long time. And so the aging, you know, that it's become a little more challenging. Mobility has, the exciting part is that they get to choose, you know, where they are in the new building, and so that means maybe if they want to come closer.
That's true.
You
like
know,
if they moved into the Morning Point, you know, whenever they did, it could have just been, hey, this is the room that's open, so this is the room that you're going to have to take, right? It's the only room open.
Right.
Now it's fresh open building.
Right.
You want to be close to the cafeteria or a gym or the entry or the exit or the hallway or this or that, the sitting room, you pick it.
Right. And that's exciting for folks that live with us now, you know, and we're still moving in personal care folks because we're just still, you know, doing all the things right now until that building is complete. And so, you know, if you're already with us, you get to choose, you know, you get to see, you get to watch this unfold. So it's exciting. Is it, you know, is it a little apprehensive too? Yes, it is. But thankfully, we've got two teams that just kind of help navigate this process.
Morning Point Senior Living and Memory Care here in Danville on Perryville Road. Tabitha Teague joins the show every other Thursday on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. We'll step aside. We'll come back and finish up the convo with Tabitha right after this on Morning Point Thursday.
You need a stopper at the new Papa's Quick Stop for some knickknacks, gas and snacks, breakfast, lunch, and fried chicken with a bone. Papa's Quick Stop has a loyalty program, fast way to earn on every purchase you make. A swipe of your card is all it takes. Come see what they've done to the new place at Papa's Quick Stop. Come try their great breakfast, lunch specials, and save on all your gas, snacks, beer, and much, much more. Hey, Papa, can you stop at the Quick Stop in Danville, across from the fairgrounds? Now offering the full Candleberry collection. Candleberry at Papa.
Imagine if everyone kept their trash in their car till they came to a trash can at home, at a gas station, or at one of the convenience centers dotted around Boyle County. If everyone did their part, we'd have a beautiful, clean community. Next time you're on the road and need to discard trash, hold on to it till you can throw it out properly and do your part to keep Boyle County clean. This isn't just about taking responsibility. It's about fostering community pride and beautification.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
Hi, this is Jenny at the Danville Nutrition Center. At the Nutrition Center, we strive to help our customers achieve optimal health. From our high-quality collagen proteins to our immune system support vitamins, we are here to help you and your family stay healthy all throughout the year. We provide locally raised, free-range meats, eggs, and fresh milk and organic produce boxes delivered weekly. Your locally owned Danville Nutrition Center is here to serve you. Visit us at 802 South 4th Street in Danville. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Last place feeling in life is no place to be. Ready for a new way of living? The Isaiah House will put you first. Long-term and short-term residential treatment, outpatient treatment, medication assisted treatment, transitional living and job skills training. Isaiah House has the programs to the path of help, hope, and healing. End the hurting. Take the first step toward a happier, healthier you. Call the Isaiah House anytime, 24 hours a day.
Every turn is a total rush and a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
There's no better time to experience the new 2024 Kia Telluride, just $399 down and $399 a month. Or the 2024 Seltos, just $249 down and $249 a month. And save even more on our scratch and dent storm damaged cars.
Experience the rush with confidence in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
2024 Kia Telluride, $399 per month, $2457 due assigning. 2024 Kia Seltos, $249 per month, $1384 due assigning. 36 months lease, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, doc, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer price may not include dealer and adoption. See dealer for details. Offer expires May 31st, 2024.
Hi, this is Ruth at Mattresses and More next door to Ace Hardware on Houstonville Road in Danville. Our Memorial Day sale is going on now through the end of May. Get up to 35% off. New merchandise arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor.
Thank you, Ruth. That's correct, folks. Memorial Day sale through the end of the month. Buy it today, take it home today. Living room suits, bedroom suits, dinette sets, recliners, and more. From Mattresses and More. Southland Plaza next to Ace Hardware.
Going out of town or anywhere in the world? Stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at hometownlive.net. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
$9:54 in the morning. It's a Tabitha Teague Thursday, which is also a Morning Point Thursday, as Tabitha joins us here in studio. Exciting stuff going on. The brand new building opening up there on the Morning Point campus, and hoping for sometime in the fall when they'll open up. I assume you all have a big ribbon cutting ceremony, right?
Oh, yes.
With a giant pair of scissors.
I'm certain that that's going to happen. Okay. I've heard Lisa talk about already, getting the live music and the food. Of course, we have no idea when that will be yet, but I know that it's going to be a big event.
So when is the Macaroni and Cheese Day?
That's in July, right?
Okay, that's in July. Yeah. I thought it was June, but it's July. I mean, it was one of the summer months.
Like 25th.
Okay, what about Pie Day?
Well, we're working on that. Like Nicole and I talked about when would be the best time to have that dessert for days.
March 14th. March
14th? Is that your birthday?
No, it's 314. March 14th. Pi is 3.14, so that's Pie Day. So you can have National Pie Day on Pie Day. That's when you have the pie competition.
So that means that you would have to wait an entire year.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it if we can line it up to make it perfect.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't have the solar eclipse every year. So if we're going to have the solar eclipse, let's wait 30 years and make it real good.
Okay.
And that's what we had earlier this year, just like last month.
Uh-huh.
So if we can't have Pie Day every year or every month or when I want it, let's line it up to make it perfect.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now watch. March 14th next year will probably be on like a Sunday or something ridiculous. What do you think?
Well,
I'm going to look right now.
Let's
when
hope
March
not.
the 14th of 2025
we could do something different.
Friday.
Is it on a Friday?
It's a Friday. March the 14th of 2025 is on a Friday.
That the stars are aligned.
That is.
Do you think that? But, we could do something different, outside. Because you know what happens. We have these pies. You remember that's how it started out, was Derby pie.
It was a Derby pie contest.
Yeah. But then what happened as each year we got more than pies. So that's why we kind of changed it to dessert for days, because we would get desserts. People love to bring their desserts. And so that's kind of, so we could still do our dessert thing, but then make it very specific and say we are only doing a pie.
Well, there's got to be a National Dessert Day.
Do you think? I mean, there's national.
October 14th. Is National Dessert Day.
So 3/14 is
Pie Day. And 10/14 will be National Dessert Day. October the 14th is a Monday of this year.
Think we can do it?
Yeah. I think we can. I think we can pull it off. We can pull it off in 6 months.
Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is
5 months.
Now, while that we're on this air and we're talking about it, I'm telling Nicole to
write it on the calendar.
I just got a text. Miles Bell.
Yeah, he texted me too. I was going to bring it up when we stopped talking about desserts. Hi, Tabitha. See you later today. Coming to see Nana.
What do you think? Good morning, Miles.
Good morning to Miles listening.
Yep,
I assume Miles stops by quite a bit to see Nana.
He does. And he was there for our Mother's Day event. He and his mom, Mary Bell, they were there. And Melanie had dinner with Miles's Nana. And we all call his Nana just because she's a Nana.
That's her name.
Yeah.
I mean, I know her actual first name is not Nana.
No.
But I think she'd rather be called Nana than her first name.
Oh, I think so, because when you say, good morning, Nana, her face just lights up. Kind of like Miles, when you talk to him, his little face just lights up. Well, his Nana's like that, too.
You have grandchildren. What do they call you?
Mimi.
Would you rather be called Tabitha or Mimi?
Oh, Mimi any day.
I mean, I'm not going to call you Mimi.
Please.
Because I've known you as Tabitha for a long time. But,
right.
most people, your grandma, or if you're a grandma or your grandchildren, their friends, they know you as Mimi because you're their friend's Mimi.
Right.
So that's what they know you as.
Right.
We have a family friend, comes over and hangs out with us. And my mom watches her sometimes during the summer while her mom is at work. Right. Her mom and my wife are friends. And she was over eating dinner at my parents' house last week. And she said, hey, Mimi, can I have more green beans? I mean, she called my mom Mimi because that's what
Right.
Her friends call her my kids, so she calls her Mimi too.
Right.
What
And we're
better
like that
blessing
at
than being
Morning
called
Point.
Mimi?
Right. So we're like that at Morning Point. We have residents that their kids call them, certain things, and so it just kind of sticks.
So do
you
the
know?
staff? Does the staff call Nana too?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just that way.
And
Not
she-
everybody. Not everybody.
No, but
They're
I mean,
just-
if I understand, like that's just the name that that you all have heard her called from her own family,
Right.
and so she feels comfortable with that. So she's Nana.
Yes.
I call her Nana.
We had a lady that lived with us a year or so ago, and she was a German lady.
Mhm.
And we're so blessed to have. We've got a lady right now that is has big connections to Russia. She's got a home in Russia, and all the things. Really, really a very intriguing lady. But this other lady, German, her grandkids all called her Oma, and that is grandmother
German?
in German.
Okay.
Well, that's what we called her.
Oma.
Yeah, because
Love it.
that's just who she was.
Probably makes them feel more at home too. On top of it.
Absolutely. Yeah, because we're like family.
Tabitha King, Morning Point, 859-965-1008. That's the phone number. Take a tour of the new location, see what they're about, and if you would like to find out more information, call Tabitha, and she'll point you in the right direction for Morning Point Senior Living. Tabitha, appreciate you being on.
Thanks, Joe.
10 o'clock in the morning, top hour news coming your way right now on WHIR, Danville News Talk Sports.
This is the talk of the town.